Yo ho ho, AFC East Roundtable. Welcome to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. And let me tell you what, we did have TD in here, but he decided to remove himself from the stage for obvious reasons. He lost to the Mayonnaise Boy. And let's put it this way, Tyson. What was the record of those teams that were up by 14 with like less than 3 minutes? Like, what was their record of having like an opportunity of winning? Was it like 0 and what?
767.
0 and
You
700.
know I have it memorized by now.
I figured you did. Out of absolutely anybody, dude, I'll tell you what. Christmas came early. Christmas came early, ladies and gentlemen. Speak of the devil, we got to bring this man on. Oh man, there he is. Afraid. Afraid. Oh man, you know what? I feel like that we lost out on an opportunity of like a good old paper bag meme that easily could have been implemented in this episode already. TD, how you feeling, man? Because from what I understand, you had to watch that game and then you had a lot of personal travel the day afterwards. Talk to me, my friend. What's going through your head?
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Only here so you don't. All right. Well, guys, listen, trust me. I assure you, we are going to dive in deep into that absolute beautiful display by Will Levis here in just a moment, right after we hear from Tyson. Tyson, how you feeling?
We also have to say Richie's not here. I know people are asking about him. He just had something to do. So he'll be back next week, but he wishes everybody well and he wishes he could be here. It just, something came up and he'll definitely be back. So I know everybody, we all miss Richie. He's the backbone. We all appreciate everything he does for the channel, and a lot of people don't know as much as he does for this channel and everything he does in the background. People don't even see. You have no clue how much Richie does for the Roundtable Sports Roundtable AFC's Roundtable. He does so much, man. So we hope we can't wait to have you back next week, Richie. Um,
Yes,
I'm
sir. We
going,
love you, brother.
yeah. So I listen. I know everybody's waiting on my video. I haven't dropped it yet for a specific reason. I'm just waiting for the hype to build. So it most likely will drop tomorrow or whenever I feel like it. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting for it to. And by the way, we're almost at 12K subscribers. So, you know what I'm saying? Get us to 12K. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, support your channel and support our channel. And most definitely the video will be dropping. I'm just putting some finishing touches on it. But I'm going to give the best analogy that I've heard so far from the Titans and the Dolphins debacle, which was we always give shit to the Buffalo Bills for choking in the most insane ways possible. Um, Colin Cowherd said it best. The Miami Dolphins are the spray tan of the NFL. You can read into that what you will. They are literally the spray tan of the NFL. I'm not gonna lie. I was watching mostly the Giants and Packers, especially when the Dolphins took a two-touchdown lead with less than 4 minutes left. And then, because I thought the game was over, I think everybody thought the game was over. I was completely stunned to switch back after the Giants beat the Packers to help the Patriots tank job. To come to find out that the Titans literally was a touchdown down, and the Dolphins decided to play prevent defense and let them score. And then Tua had the ball last, and without Tyreek Hill, well, Tyreek Hill was on the drive, but Tua just couldn't get it done, man. But I know a lot of people are going to say that the one thing that shocked me the most, and I'm still kind of in shock about it, is that I honestly did not foresee this coming at all. I don't think nobody picked the Titans to win this game. There was a 99.9% chance with 4 minutes left in that game. I even looked at BetGM, somebody because I wanted to look because when I was betting or whatever, I wanted to see what the probability was. They even closed the betting lines for everything when the Dolphins were up 14 points because it was just so insurmountable and unthinkable that the Dolphins could potentially choke that game away. I came away from that game thinking that this is Dolphins fans. It is a shocking loss. I don't think anybody could have foreseen them choking to a 4-win team because now the narrative was the Dolphins couldn't be the good team, but now the narrative of the Dolphins beat bad teams is completely out the window as well. So the Dolphins' December collapse started earlier than what I expected. The Bills are now allowed, as Dan stated, the greatest story ever told, is being written as we speak. As
Mhm.
far as the Miami Dolphins go, I think what's going to hurt them the most is not the Tyreek injury, which he's day to day. I think it's the Connor Williams injury. And as much as we all don't want to see nobody get hurt, I think the Dolphins benefited a lot earlier in the season from being very healthy. And now we're starting to see the Dolphins injuries start to pile up in the worst ways possible when you need these players the most. Because one thing that I've noticed about the game is that the center and Connor Williams is very, very important to that team because if you notice some of the bad snaps that's happened, it's because Connor Williams wasn't the one snapping the ball. And Tua needs all the protection he can have, especially when they were down three of their four offensive linemen.
Mhm.
So, Dolphins fans, I know you thought I was going to get on here and talk a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, I saw this. I didn't see this happening this soon, but now you've put yourself in a very bad position to where now you have to beat the Jets because you're going to be facing the Cowboys, the Ravens, and then the Buffalo Bills potentially to win a division or potentially even get into the playoffs because at this point injuries are starting to really take a toll on Miami. And I will say this about Tua, I don't want to dogpile on him too much because a lot of the stuff I don't think wasn't his fault. It was more of Mike McDaniel's bad play calling, especially in the red zone and not giving the ball to Mostert and A-Chain. I think with Tua, the thing with Tua is a lot of people give him criticism for the fact that he can't carry a team, and I think it proved it reared his head out when Tyreek Hill wasn't in the game, and they didn't really have a backup plan for it. So Dolphins fans, I'm not gonna lie, I would be pretty upset about what happened, but I'm going to take away from how are they going to respond because I watch Hard Knocks and it's not about how are they going to respond to this type of adversity. Because at the end of the day, I said this about Tua, and I think we've all said it on this channel, is that when everything around Tua is going perfectly, he's a great quarterback. But
Mhm.
how you judge your franchise quarterback, and I say this about every quarterback, you judge your quarterback of the franchise based on when everything around him is not going perfectly, and can he carry that team to a higher standard and make everybody around him better instead of relying on one or two players. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Dan, I know you want to say something about it. I'm sorry for taking a little bit too long, but I didn't want to pile on too much. I just wanted to give my honest review of what happened.
Yeah. No, not at all. I mean, you and I definitely share the exact same takes, and I mean, I think that I went hard enough on the Dolphins as is once it happened on Monday night, and even in my streams following. But I really look at the status of this team and say, for example, that I am a Miami Dolphins fan. I am absolutely sweating. All right, because we are looking at a 4 game stretch, which I would be sincerely nervous about. And not even necessarily just because I think that the competition is there, but just the players that you're going to be able to put out on the field by itself. Losing out in Connor Williams, that entire offensive line, even if Tyreek Hill is able to play, he has a high ankle sprain, right? It's absolutely clear. What happened was that he probably ended up getting like a painkiller shot right in his ankle, and that's the reason he was able to come back during the fourth quarter. If we see him on Sunday, right, he's not going to be 100%. In my opinion, that man is your offense. I think the second and the third quarter proved it entirely. It proved it entirely because Tua is not that sort of quarterback that's going to be able to, when the play breaks down, that he's able to extend plays, scan the field, and find another option. He needs to be able to hit his go to read immediately, and that typically is Tyreek Hill. With that offensive line, having those issues going into it, I honestly wouldn't look at my remaining schedule and feel 100% confident that we are going to come out with a win. That Jets game coming up, and we are going to get into that. I definitely wish Richie was here, but bud, cannot wait for you to get back. But that Jets game should make you just as nervous as the Dallas Cowboys and the Ravens game, because you're going up against a scary pass rush, and your best receiver has a high ankle sprain. And even if he does play, he's not going to be at 100%. That secondary is still there. That team is hot. So, like, there's no guaranteed win for the rest of the schedule going with that. And I just don't think that, like, I mean, it sucks. It sucks because, like, I know, like, when you have a quarterback on your team that you absolutely love, you want him to succeed and you want him to beat these narratives. But the second and the third quarter on Monday Night Football against the Tennessee Titans did no favors of being able to put down those narratives that Tua can't carry a team. I really feel like that this completely put aside the entire MVP conversation. Like, it's clear that he is completely out of the MVP conversation from that situation alone, entirely carried by Tyreek Hill at this point. So I'd certainly be nervous. I mean, I definitely want to go on ahead and give credit where credit's due. I thought Will Levis, although he did have that absolutely disgusting pick six, like one of the two.
Oh, yeah, Dan, that's another thing. I'm going to let you keep going, but there's another thing. The Tennessee Titans literally gave the Dolphins like 14 points. The interception, the muff punt. So technically, the Dolphins should have really lost this game by more of a margin. They should have never even been up.
Yeah.
And one more thing, analysis. I know you're going to say something about Will Levis. The one thing that struck me the most between Tua and Will Levis, and I'm not saying that Will Levis is anywhere near Tua at this point. He's a freaking rookie. I can't compare the two. Yeah. But the level of improvisation from Will Levis when he's going through his read, something that Tua is not doing. He's looking at one read and he's not able to scan the field and improvise on plays. If something's not there for him immediately, something happens to him, bro. He breaks down or he slips and falls. Even on the last play on that 4th and 2, it was I don't know what the hell kind of play call they were doing on that. To be honest with you, but go ahead. Yeah.
No, well, like, first off as well, like, it's definitely something that it's hard to put blame on anybody, but like the fact that even when Tyreek was available in the first quarter and even in the fourth quarter, I'm pretty sure that offense alone only accounted for 3 points, and then everything else was defensively or special teams, in which is how they ended up getting on the board. And the Tennessee Titans do have a very good red zone defense. And so we did put that into perspective on Monday night right before that game came in. But that's not the greatest show on surf, is what that thing that was sort of, flying around from that. But it's, I'll tell you what, say, for example, that I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. Like, I would not be looking at the Bills' remaining schedule and their remaining schedule and going on ahead and having that level of confidence being like, yo, we have this division. Because even if the Bills lose to the Cowboys, which we're not, but we will get to that later, we're literally facing a Herbertless Chargers. I'm pretty sure his name is Easton Stick.
Yeah, some guy named Easton Stick.
Yeah. The Patriots again, and then the Dolphins right afterwards. I'd be shitting bricks right now. But anyway, that's my take. Let's hear from the man of the hour.
One more thing, because I know TD wants to say something. One more thing. I'm not making a joke. I watched Hard Knocks yesterday, and the one thing that McDaniel said pregame before the Titans game is how physical the Titans are, and they're trying to hurt you. Literally, like, honestly, the man did his homework. And if you remember, 2 years ago when the Titans played, when Vrabel played against Tua, and that was a chance for the Dolphins. I think if they had won that game, they would have been had a playoff spot. I think that eliminated it from the playoffs. They played the same type of defense. That defense, from someone I've seen Vrabel up close, and the way his defense is run, especially when he was a linebacker in New England, the dude has a nasty defense, man. I'm surprised Miami. I think we always say Miami's a finesse team and they're soft. That was the worst defense you could have came across, to be honest with you, because the Titans are one of the nastier type of teams where you wonder why all your players got hurt. It's because them boys hit, bro. They don't play around. I know they only have 4 wins, but I watched some of their games, and they really will go out they will go out of their way to try to hurt people. So I'm surprised Miami didn't think of that beforehand. But go ahead, TD.
Yeah, they played the same defense, and this time they had less talent, and it didn't matter. I guess, at the end of the day, there's certain defenses that the Miami Dolphins have struggled with, and we have yet to find an answer for. Lucky for us, a lot of teams are so scared of our weapons that they go into a cover two shell or primary cover two, zone, which benefits us. But when we run into the better teams, and they play scheme specific, it's always been tough. It's always been tough for us. But this game, it sucks because it basically feeds every narrative. I think as a team, as Miami Dolphin fans, we're trying our very best to combat all narratives. We're just trying to get rid of the narrative surrounding the team. And this one here, man, it actually squashed any positive narrative that we've been saying. We don't lose to the bad teams. We just did. We don't lose at home. We just did. We don't have any narratives left. We were hurt. Everybody in the NFL is hurt. So we don't have any more narratives. And here we are at this point. Got to be honest with y'all. I come on here and I do a lot of pumping my team up like fans should do. I talk a lot of positive about my team, pumping them up because this is the AFC East Roundtable. If you ain't gonna talk trash on here, then why ever talk trash? And because that's what this is for. But I'll admit I'm not too crazy to not admit that this was let me not say a humbling moment, but real Dolphin fans are concerned. We're concerned mightily. Before I get into why, we ain't concerned about no Jets. Let's get that straight now. So all y'all Jets fans in the comment section, I'm gonna have some real talk real quick, but we still ain't worried about y'all. So don't even go there. I see y'all in the comment section. Oh, where's TD? Don't worry about that. We still ain't worried about y'all. That's the last thing we ever gonna be worried about is the New York Jets. Okay. When we talk about our concerns moving forward because of what happened with the Titans, when we talk about our, oh man, we hope this don't happen. We talk about the last three, not the Jets. Okay. Y'all days of beating us, it ain't ever happening again, at least in the next 5 years. So let's get that straightened off the top now. Okay. So Jets fans, you may be present and accounted for to talk trash to me. You don't have nothing to say. 34-10 or something like that is what I remember. You ain't got nothing to say. And you about to head to Miami. Don't think this is going to start this whole, oh, yeah, they could be beat. Oh, trust me, the Titans gave y'all confidence, but y'all about to get slapped in the mouth. Bad. Oh, Zach Wilson playing better. Stop. Oh, y'all didn't play Zach Wilson last time. Stop. We're going to get to that game later in the show. Let me just make sure I hit you with that first and foremost. I ain't playing with y'all. Y'all still trash. But anyway, this Titan games, it sucked. It exposed the Miami Dolphins. And here's the reality. We can only beat the teams we have more talent than. I'm about to say some things that Dolphin fans ain't gonna like, but this I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business with this one. I love me some Mike McDaniel. And I think Mike McDaniel is a genius hiding Tua's flaws and anybody who has flaws on this team. But I ain't never seen the biggest genius fraud in my life because that's all he good for. Hiding your weakness. Hide your weakness in plain sight. Because guess what? When somebody pull that cover up and see you, you got to fight up out of that corner, and his coaching can't get it done. His coaching doesn't know what to do. All he knows to do, you can't do that well. I ain't never going to call a play that's going to make you do it. You good. You can't do that well. I ain't never going to put you in a position where people can see that. But when they take away all the things that you think you can do well, And the only thing they're giving you, because they're giving it to you, but they also know you can't do it well, and they're forcing you to make the decision to do it, straight fraud. Because I don't believe in hiding a weakness unless you're going to hide it while working on it. If you're going to hide someone's weakness, you got to hide it while working on it so that eventually you can unveil that curtain slowly but surely and say, I ain't got to hide no more. And that's what's going on in Miami. Tyreek Hill has hidden Tua Tagovailoa's weaknesses. As long as you hide Tua's weaknesses, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. As long as you don't put him in a situation where his weaknesses have to be exposed, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. But why is it every time someone takes away the first read, they literally make you hold the ball longer? See, people think if Tua had more time, he'd be better. Stop lying. Go look it up. The longer he has to throw the ball, the worse he is. Y'all may not know that. Go look it up. The longer he has to throw the ball, the worse he is. Getting the ball out of his hand quick, putting it in spots fast is actually his strength. You don't want him to have a lot of time to throw the ball because he's actually not good in it. And you know what? Go check it out. Guess what? His time to throw the ball, guess which game he had his longest time to throw the ball at 2.77 seconds. Guess what game that was? The Tennessee Titans. People like, oh, he was under pressure all day. Go watch the game. Hike, clean pocket, clean pocket. Oh, there goes somebody. Oh, panic mode. He had his longest amount of time to throw the ball all season versus the Titans. Y'all just see the pressures because they took away the first read, and now it's panic mode, but the ball's still in his hand. Go look it up. It's listed right now. The longest time Tua got to throw the ball this season was against the Titans. Nobody would believe it because all they want to talk about is 5 sacks. But you're not realizing he was holding on to the ball. Every time he looked at Tyreek or Waddle and they were double teamed and schemed on right away, now pressure. After he thought about it, like, it's not there. Let me wait for it to be there. It's not going to be there. Oh, now the pressure is coming. What we're used to with Tua is up right away, hike, play action, fake look in the flat, no look right away, all the right away stuff. But now you take away that first read, and this is what we get. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mike McDaniel has to do a better job of working on players' flaws while hiding them. You cannot keep doing this mess, waiting to run up against a team that's just so scared of the receivers and play back and let us do what we do well because they're scared of the big play. Something in the playoffs, those teams aren't going to worry about that. And that's the issue on this team. And he could have, and the crazy thing is Mike McDaniel could have protected Tua so much more in that game. Hand it off. Hand the ball off. Hand the freaking ball off. It's that simple. We were running the ball very well.
Yeah, dude. I thought
we were having any issue.
Thing. And so I thought the exact same thing. I was like, why the hell is he going away from the run? It's working.
We get to the red zone, and all of a sudden, 1st and goal at like the 2 or 3, and we throw the ball 3 times in a row. And now don't get me wrong, when I go look at the replays, some of those plays still should have been made throwing the ball, but why are we even doing that? Why? Look at the play where Tua was back to pass, looked right, came left, looked back right, and then slipped. He had 3 to 4 seconds to throw the ball. People like 3 guys are in his face. After 3 seconds, y'all not count. Go count. Go count. It's crazy how much time he actually had to throw the ball in this game, and people think he was under pressure all day. Yes, he was, because he was holding the ball too long all day. Well, nobody was open. Well, there were still plays to be made, but at the same token, this is why McDaniel should have ran the ball more. This is just bad execution by our coaching staff. Our quarterback showed up small when Tyreek was out of the game. But you know what? Even when Tyreek was in the game, that's not act like we still didn't have some drives that were stagnant. When we stalled at the goal line, Tyreek was in the game. Tyreek was in the game when we stalled at the goal line a second time. I think we get all caught up in the Tyreek being in the game because when he came back, he caught 2 huge passes back to back. And we're like, see, when Tyreek is in. But at the same token, we weren't looking that great with him in anyway. Because after those 2 catches, Tyreek didn't do anything and he was still in the game. But if he was in there longer, we would have definitely won the game because he can carry. Tyreek can carry. Tua can't carry, never has been able to. And you know what? I've come to the realization that I don't need him to, but protect him the right way. You should have ran the ball. I'm fine with Tua. We're going to play enough teams every year where they're not going to make him play his weakness. What did Mike Vrabel say at the after the first quarter? They said, Mike, how was your offense in that? Not good. What about your defense? Well, I think we're doing okay. We're competing. They're sneaking passes in there. We're trying to clog the middle, and they're sneaking a few in. We're trying to make them throw outside. They were giving us outside throws all day, but we already know Tua doesn't consistently make the outside throw. And that even think about the passes outside. He had one big boy throw of the day, and that was to Tyreek when he came back after the injury. It was a dart to the sideline on the right. But think about the one early in the game we completed on the left side. On the similar route, threw it out there. It was short. Tyreek went down and kind of dove to get it. Everything after that, caught, pushed out of bounds. We're not good throwing outside the numbers. Can he make throws outside the numbers? Yeah. But we're not good at it. He's not elite at it. He's not above average at it. Honestly, he's probably just fair. And other than that, we have to throw a whole bunch of 50-50 balls up to Cedric Wilson on the sideline. We're not good in that area.
Why aren't they using Claypool more and using more barriers?
Well,
and,
Mike McDaniel said because the position is going to be one between Claypool and Cedric Wilson, and Cedric Wilson practiced better in the week.
So here's my question as well. So I did mention this earlier about Tyreek. What is your thought on like the significance of the injury? And do you think he probably should be rested rather than being like out there forced to play? Because some people are saying it's a high ankle sprain. Some people are saying it's super significant. Is he going to be 100% say that he plays on Sunday?
And talk about the Connor Williams injury too. Because that's actually to me more significant.
All right,
because
Tyreek
if you're not
first.
able to protect Tua, then
Well, Tyreek first. Every player in the NFL is injured right now. That's number one. But as far as him having a specific injury that you can obviously is noticeable, what I don't like is that he actually did come back in the game. Mm-hmm. I think that's what might end up being the issue. I think he's going to play Sunday just because he has to. Could you imagine us playing the Jets at home without Tyreek Hill and we look like that against that defense and we lose? The morale on the team will be shot. So we're going to need all hands on deck. What I don't like is, and this is speculation, a lot of people know what time it is. He obviously hurt his ankle pretty bad to where he felt the pain pretty bad. He stood on the sideline. It was probably grimacing. He like, man, I got one of them tweaked ankles. I can go out here and run on it. But you know how have you ever tweaked the ankle and then you play on it and you do it again? You know, in the same thing, it's like worse. But then the long-term healing is worse. The problem is he was making business decisions. Should I go back in? I know I shouldn't, but I could tell right now, man, we're going to let this game get away from us. If we don't, we're already struggling. His wife called. He called his wife, said it's hurting. She said, get your behind back in the game, all of that good stuff, which I love. She's the real MVP. But he came back and he helped and made an impact, but obviously it was bothering him because they start using him as a decoy. After that one drive, they hit him twice. But here's the issue. When you go in that locker room, if they did what most people think, shot him up, you know, gave him that shot that they don't talk about, where you don't feel any pain. It takes over your body. You're basically high. You out
Which
there.
is crazy because when he ran that freaking crazy, that amazing throw by two and that crazy route on the sideline, like this motherfucker don't even look hurt.
Yeah. And so it doesn't
But
stop.
then after that, you noticed.
Yeah. And so it doesn't stop the swelling, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you go out there and you play on it, here's the nasty part about what I was told by a doctor today. Here's the nasty part about the drug. You're high without being like high, like weed and all that high, but you're high, like you're, and you don't feel anything. You can go out there and tweak your ankle again. You won't even know. You won't feel the effects like, ooh, I just tweaked it again. You won't know. It takes over. It also gives you a little adrenaline too. You won't feel the pain. Once it wears off, you'll feel it. The swelling could be even worse, and then it takes even longer to potentially heal. Can you move on it? Yeah, you can move on it. Can you play on it? Yeah, but Tyreek running the speed and the routes that he has to run, you're not going to get that 100%. And here's another thing. It could make it even more likely that you tweak it again because you're also trying to be careful on it. So we don't know what to expect on game day, whether or not he's going to be active or not. We have no clue what to expect, but you have to understand from his perspective, there's too much on the line. Team success is on the line. His 2,000 yards are on the line. There's a lot on the line, so it'll be hard for me to see what him not dress. And I hope that they don't have a situation where he's like, man, it's still bothering me a little, where they give him a pregame shot. You never know. But that could be exaggerating the situation, making it even worse. We'll see. We'll see what ends up with that. But Connor Williams being out for the season, it's a big blow, but it's not as big as y'all think. I'm going to explain this to you, okay? Y'all got the wrong person. Everybody has the wrong person that's the major injury on the O-line. Robert Hunt is the main injury on the O-line.
What's his injury?
Man, let me go. Let me double check.
He's not out for the season, though.
Let me go look at his updated situation while I talk. But Robert Hunt is the main issue here. Okay. Connor Williams has already missed games. Liam Eichenberg has played. If I was to guess, I think Liam might have already played more center than Connor this year. And let's not forget, Connor Williams is not a center. He's a left guard. He's a guard. We put him at center because he's one of the best guards in the league, but he's also one of the best centers in the league. But that was his first year with Miami last year playing center in his career full time. Dallas tried it, worked him out. He was terrible. They gave up on it. But he's such a good lineman that he was a top center in the league last year. Eichenberg has actually played well center, but here's what people don't realize. That quarterback center exchange is not exclusive to Eichenberg. Connor Williams is an habitual bad snapper. All last year, high snap, fumbles, low. He's an habitual bad snapper. Liam Eichenberg at least snaps the ball typically fine. It's just the connection with him and Tua under center sometimes that has an issue. That's not the bad thing on this line. It's the Robert Hunt injury because Robert Hunt is the one person who had the most ability on the line. Matter of fact, Robert Hunt, you could argue, is our best offensive player because he has always been the most available and he's good. Armstead obviously is the best, but he ain't never on the field. Jackson ain't better than no Robert Hunt. Robert Hunt, since a rookie, going 4 years in now, balling. Austin Jackson, first year, looking decent, and he looked like trash last night. So Robert Hunt's injury is the one that's really hurting us because no matter who the center is, Robert Hunt had his back right next to him. Right next to him. Robert Hunt also had Austin Jackson back right next to him. Right next to him. Now that Robert Hunt is out, Austin Jackson over there looking fidgety versus the Titans. The center looking fidgety. We already keep rotating out the left guard because that's a backup since the week one. And Armstead is out. You got Lester Cotton, man. Or whoever. So Hunt is the real issue. Armstead's inconsistency of even being on the field is the second issue. And center obviously is a third issue only when the others are compounded. Now you can attack the whole middle. So that's what's going on in Miami with the O-line, and that's what makes the rest of the season scary for us and very concerning moving forward. That O-line is a huge issue, but again, we never cared because we get rid of the ball quick. But go look at what Tennessee did. They took away Tua's first read all night. And they made him hold that ball and pat it and get nervous back there. It was 2.77 seconds to throw the ball is the most time Tua has had to throw the ball all season. Go look it up. It's 2.7 seconds. The most he had all year. And people out here with this narrative and don't even realize, oh, the O-line was bad, 19 pressures, because he held the ball. And it ain't his fault. They took away that one golden thing he relied on the first read. So
one more question. Is this the worst loss you've ever experienced as a Dolphins fan?
No.
Was it more shocking?
No. Well, I mean, it had a shock factor, but you have to look at what's on the line. Now, I'll be honest with you. The Tennessee game last time 2 years ago was worse and more shocking.
Yeah.
That was see, the playoffs were literally on the line in that game. This one we could still go. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that one was the one. It was on the line. You can get in if you just ball out in this game. And they played that same style defense, took away that first read, and they created pressure. And they sent 4 guys all night. Did you see them blitzing? Did you see Tennessee blitzing?
No.
They sent, and sometimes they sent 3. They were sending 3 and 4
when you run into a team that's going to be really blitz heavy. Like Dallas.
Well, we ain't worrying about that because now you give us the matchups to get rid of the ball quick. Now we got the matchups to get rid of the ball quick. See, Tennessee and Vrabel, he do exactly what Flores do over there in Minnesota. They rush 3 and 4 all game. They may show 0 blitz, but they be backing out. But Tennessee, they down line 3 and everybody else standing up. You don't know if they playing coverage. If they coming, they come up to the line, they back up, they walking over here pre-snap. Tua has no idea what they going to do. He has no clue what they going to do. That's how they play defense. Look at the one where he slipped and fell and he had that time to throw the ball. People like he was under pressure. They sent 3 guys rushing. 3-man rush on a lot of those plays. But when you back out 8 in the secondary, it's easier to take away the first read. They just line up 5 guys about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage, and they bounce it back and forth. Tyreek coming over here, let me get over there. Oh, somebody coming over here, let me get over there. And first reads are going all day. And they got the 3 guys behind them lined up as the safeties. You don't know which way they're going, taking away the first read all day. Then when the first read is gone and he looking for the second, you're already at 2 seconds. And again, jittery, now he got to run away from the defenders. That's what was happening.
Do you think other teams are going to game plan like that now?
No, because they're scared.
Defense?
No, they're scared. The blueprint been out even before Mike McDaniel. Think about it. We ran a system with Flores to get rid of the ball quick. We just didn't have the deep threat. The blueprint been out. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea why teams run away from it. They straight up run away from it. But that's also why we were able to run the ball. Because they play that stuff. You can run the ball against that type of defense. Well, Mike McDaniel stopped running the ball. He stopped running the ball.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the Dolphins fall to the Tennessee Titans.
But fall.
Week 15 is here. Week 15 is here, and we have quite a few games to go on ahead and discuss. And this is our preview segment, and this is sponsored by perhaps the best sports book on the face of the planet. We all know that we use it over here on the AFC East Roundtable, and that is BetUS. And so BetUS is the go-to place when it comes to any over-unders, point spreads, money lines, you name it. Say, for example, that you were to pick the Tennessee Titans on Monday, you probably would have taken home a bag, but I guarantee you nobody took them because I don't think anybody on this channel, I really don't think anybody on this channel, like as a representative or even anybody in the chat, whether or not you were a Dolphins fan or not, thought that game was going to turn out the way that it did. But if you did it on BetUS, you're probably doing pretty damn well. I'm not going to lie to you. Listen, with BetUS, they are matching 125% of your initial deposit the second that you sign up. Is absolutely correct. That link is currently in our description. So say, for example, you want to get in on the action. We certainly appreciate that. Supporting our sponsors is exactly like supporting us. Super easy payouts, great customer service. And right before we dive in to the nitty gritty, let's go on ahead and let's hear a quick word from BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
Nice.
BetUS, ladies and gentlemen, just give you some odds so we can go ahead and put out there. As you can see, the Miami Dolphins are -9 favorites at home against the New York Jets. Let's go ahead and take a look at. Oh, yeah, by the way, boys, Saturday football this week. How about that? Saturday football this week. Super exciting. Have to look at the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Pats are +8.5 underdogs at home against the Kansas City Chiefs team, which I assume is pretty upset. And then also the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys, where the Bills are -2 favorites at home. So definitely going ahead and check out BetUS. So I will tell you what, all right? So I figure I kind of want to start off with the Patriots and the Chiefs game, okay? Because I do know that as far as Tyson is concerned, I would say that, of course, the Dolphins trolling was the most we saw. But the second most trolling definitely came from this Kansas City Chiefs team this week with the whole offsides debacle that he had. So, Tyson, obviously, I'm sure you're rooting for an L, but what is your overall thoughts on this matchup in Kansas City, especially since now it's almost confirmed that Bill Belichick is gone after the season? What's at stake?
Yeah, that's actually the bigger story, to be honest with you.
Talk to us.
Is that it's pretty much confirmed at this point. Tommy Kern, who's a great reporter for the Patriots beat writer, he pretty much said that this is all but set in stone after the Colts game in Germany, and that's where Robert Kraft made his decision. And he kind of warned Belichick beforehand. He said, "Listen, this is a very important game for our brand, for our for the team overseas, to our constituents, to the business, everything." And we all remember what happened in that Colts game. So I try to tell people, man, Belichick is gone, and it's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm kind of torn between what's gonna happen because I mean I just can't shake the fact that this man has literally been the coach of my team ever since I've been a fan. So 6 Super Bowls, I can't take anything away from him. He's literally 15 games away from breaking Shula's record. He's not going to get there with the Patriots, unfortunately. But that's pretty much the biggest story. And they asked Belichick about it now on the press conference, and he literally doesn't want to talk about it. But you could tell by his facial expressions that he knows. He knows it's over with. The question is it going to be a nasty divorce, or is it going to be a parting of the ways of, thank you for everything you did, press conference, da 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 da. Is it going to be a mutual parting of the ways, or is Belichick going to get nasty with it and force Kraft's hand to just straight up fire him because his contract doesn't end until next season? So, and there's also speculation that the Chargers most likely would be the team that Belichick goes to because he likes California, he likes the sun. And he has Herbert as his franchise quarterback. So, and that's a win now type of team too, where he could fix the defense. So, um, the good thing is there's two bad. The bad thing is now if Belichick knows that he's gone, he's going to do everything in his power to try to win the rest of these games, man. I mean, he's going to throw the kitchen sink, bro. He might be in a lab right now, bro, conjuring up some fucking Horcruxes or some shit or some demons or some shit just to. I'm telling you, bro. I'm afraid now, bro, because he might bring the defense from hell, bro. And I'm telling you, he might bring some shit you ain't never seen before, bro, just to prove that he's still that dude, like he's still that coach, man. I'm afraid as hell now, bro. And I can tell you, I know on paper there's no way we should beat the Chiefs. The only way we beat the Chiefs, man, is if we absolutely kill kill Mahomes and that offense, bro. And they can be killed. So I'm actually really, really worried. I really want to see how this team looks like. And he looked pretty good against Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh doesn't have like a bad defense or anything. So I am really worried about the draft. The good thing is that every team this week who we needed to lose lost. All the 4-win teams won. The Titans, the Giants, the Bears. What was another bum team that won? I don't know. There was another 2 teams that we needed to lose and they ended up winning. Or they ended up winning
Jets.
or what? Yeah, the Jets. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So luckily all the teams that we needed to win, they ended up winning games and as underdogs. This was a crazy if you would have put like a 5-game parlay on all those underdogs, bro, you probably would be a millionaire by now. But nobody would ever have the balls to put that type of money on the underdogs like that. But as far as the Chiefs preview, Taylor Swift most likely is going to be at the game. Not that I care at this point. I just think it's a joke. I'm also worried about the referees in this game because I think the referees are really pissed at the Chiefs for how they handled themselves after the game. And I think they're going to give them a taste of their own medicine. I really do believe that. So some of the calls that I think are going to go the Chiefs' way might go our way now. Honestly, at this point, I've watched the Panthers the last 2 games, like the entirety of their games, and I'm going to go ahead and say this now. I think Bryce Young might be the worst quarterback in the history of the National Football League.
Yeah, he's
And I'm legitimately saying that. When I tell you, you can look at some of the quarterbacks like Zach Wilson and even Jamarcus Russell. They all have flashes. They all could throw the ball. Like they all had like really like crazy throws. When you watch Bryce Young play, he hasn't had not one single, oh, okay, there's some talent there. This man doesn't like he can't like he's completely lost. I don't know what the Panthers scouting department did when they drafted Bryce Young. I don't know what they saw in college. Number one, he's undersized, so they're thinking he's going to be the next Drew Brees. He has no wow factor to him whatsoever. Honestly, and even if he did, I think what happened this year is completely broken Bryce Young to the point where I don't think he can be fixed. I think this Panthers team, I've never seen a worse team in my life. So I don't think I don't care. I know they're playing the Falcons and the Bucks. The Patriots aren't getting the number 1 pick because we would need Carolina to win two out of the next 4 games. And I just don't see that happening. So hypothetically speaking, since the Bears have the number 1 pick, they end up draft Caleb Williams unless Justin Fields, which he looked really good. Or maybe the Bears, some people don't even know what the Bears are thinking in Ryan Poles, the GM up there. Some of them are saying that they want to stick with Fields. Some of them are saying they're high on Caleb. Some of them are saying they're high on Caleb. Some people are saying that they might go Drake May. So honestly, they're like Caleb Williams going number 1 is not even a for sure thing because we don't know what Ryan Poles is thinking. Maybe he wants to trade down and get a Jaden Daniels and get a haul for the number 1 pick, like he did with the Panthers, and build that roster maybe around Justin Fields. We don't know what the Bears are going to do, so it's not set in stone that Caleb Williams is going to the Bears. It's just not. I'm at the point now where I don't really know what's going to happen with this team. I don't know who the coach is going to be. I don't know. Everything is up in flux. Everything is just nobody can say for sure what's going to happen. We don't know if maybe Kraft changes his mind. So I'm at the point now where I'm just going to let the chips fall where they may. If it was up to me, obviously, I don't think we can win another game the rest of the season, especially if Aaron Rodgers comes back in the last game of the season. But I think this Chiefs game is going to really tell me how if the Patriots can win a couple rest of these games. There's 4 games to go. They got the Chiefs. They got the Bills. I mean, they got the Broncos. They got the Bills, and they got the Jets. I think the worst case scenario is you win 2 out of the next 4. I think I think we could probably win one of those games, and I think it would probably be the Broncos or the Jets game. But in my world, I hope we lose out. But honestly, man, it's just like there's nothing. There's really nothing much more to say. The problem right now is that the Patriots are so bad, and there's a void of talent to where the Patriots can't even sell ads on their billboards on the new lighthouse Belichick. I mean, Kraft spent a lot of money on. So now you're messing with the business now. So now the Kraft is going to have to come and make a business decision. You're going to have to get somebody you can make the face of the franchise. So I'm 100% certain they're going to draft a quarterback. I like Caleb Williams. I like Drake May. He was made out of. He looks like he was made in a quarterback lab. He's 6'5". I mean, he looks amazing. But here's the thing: the draft is a crapshoot. No matter who we draft, if it's Caleb Williams, Drake May, or Jaden Daniels, we don't know what they're going to turn out to be. And another thing is, even if we did draft the right guy, who's to say they're not in the right situation? Because look at Bryce Young. You know what I mean? So it really is about if we do draft, when we do draft this quarterback of whoever it's going to be, and those are the three quarterbacks that I'm 100% certain they're going to take, which one we take, you're going to have to build an offensive line, and you're going to get him. You're going to have to get that quarterback weapons, and you're going to have to get him the right head coach for them to be successful. Because as good as I think Caleb Williams is, if we do end up drafting him or Drake May, and you end up going with Gerard Mayo as a defensive coordinator and bring back Bill O'Brien, and you have this shit offensive line protecting him, we're going to see the same shit. You're going to see glimmers of talent and hope with the $100 million that we have in cap space to spend to go get some pieces to surround the quarterback that we draft. But the issue is going to remain. I don't care who you draft at quarterback. We can't make the same mistake that we did with Mac Jones. That mistake cannot happen again. You have to surround your young quarterback with talent. And that's why the Dolphins need to be commended for what they did with Tua. They knew his limitations, and they fixed those. They put pieces around him, and they gave him the right head coach that believed in him to fix him. But here's the issue. Some quarterbacks, young quarterbacks like Zach Wilson and Mac Jones and Bryce Young and quarterbacks like Justin Fields, if you destroy a young quarterback early on, there's really the hope is gone at that point. It's really hard to fix a young quarterback once they're completely broken. So I really hope the Patriots do the right thing and really surround whoever they decide to draft with that top pick or top 2 pick, and surround him with the support system to develop them. And if that means going out and getting a veteran quarterback for the first season and sitting the young quarterback and let him learn how to be a professional like Mahomes, like Brady, then that's what you have to do. I'm willing to have a season like that. But if you're going to draft a quarterback, you have to develop him. And Belichick is not that coach to do that, unfortunately.
TD, what you got on this game, man, and the status of New England?
It's simple. The Chiefs will win this game. Mm-hmm. It'll be closer than you'd like. But the NFL will go ahead and give Golden Boy, make sure he gets in the playoffs for sure. Patrick Mahomes. What's the playoffs without him, especially with all of these starting quarterbacks, Herbert, Watson, Burrow, all of them guys being out, you need your star power. So they'll take care of this game, and nobody will look twice or care about any rob calls or anything like that. So Patriots will get this one in their favor. Belichick looks a little angry right now. You could tell on his face he's gone. I thought that he wouldn't be gone, but it's official now, man. I can see it. I can see it all in his face with the reports, whether you believe him or not. I saw it on his face today. But yeah, the Patriots, it's just going to be about that rebuild, what decisions they make. I think that I think the Patriots will have the number 1 overall pick. not because they lost the most games, but they're going to trade with the Panthers when the time comes.
Or
Not the
with
Panthers,
Bears.
but the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Bears, well, let me say this. They'll let Fields finish out the year, but Fields, he's doing enough right now for them to maybe punt on that number 1 overall pick. I think that they're going to stick with Fields. And what I think they're going to do, they're going to trade that pick with the Patriots. But the Patriots are also probably going to have to give up, since you'll have the number 2 pick. You'll just have to give up one more first rounder, which isn't bad at all. You know, since you have the number 2 pick. See, if you had the number 6 or 7 pick, you're still giving up three first rounders or 4 first rounders or something crazy. But
it only depends on if we see if we scout a quarterback and we think this quarterback we just can't pass.
But you will. I mean, both of those guys will be on the board. Now it gets interesting though, because maybe Patriots don't trade up to number 1 because they're willing to take either or. So it doesn't matter. You're going to get either or at number 2. So that's a thought process as well. But that's going to be up to the new coach in conjunction with the general manager. Because y'all don't have Belichick is.
That's another thing. Well, no, exactly. So
y'all gonna need a whole new office, a whole new staff, right?
So there was something that, right at the beginning of the year, like not to a point where I saw the Patriots actually being as close to the number 1 pick as they were. I thought that there was a world where, yes, they were going to draft a quarterback, but I thought that they were going to bring in like Kirk Cousins or somebody like as like a veteran, especially under a new coach going into it. And then maybe going on ahead and targeting more of a Jaden Daniels opposed to that. And then having him sit behind Kirk Cousins for a couple of things, because like
who, the Patriots?
Yeah. The Pats. Like, I'm not sure if you guys saw this. And like, I mean, this could just be pure speculation at it, like as it is, but like, I'm pretty sure I ran across a story the other day that Caleb Williams might even enter the transfer portal and go to Ohio State because he's never played in a college football playoff, and he would want to do that for his legacy. And he would be handed an absolute bag in college this year, an NIL. Same thing with Marvin Harrison. I thought I heard a story as well that
Marvin Harrison might actually go back.
Yeah. I think Marvin Harrison might go back because allegedly, I guess there's like a $20 million so the NIL deal. So I wonder if that's even a world where that's something that Caleb would want to do, like would go to like a school like that has an opportunity of going to the playoffs. So it's just a giant cluster. Right.
The issue with that is, and Caleb, I think he knows it, is that his dad probably told him, yeah, you could do that, but what happens if you get hurt? Or what happens if you come back and don't look like the same quarterback and you have another shit year? And you know what I mean? And now Shadur Sanders enters the draft as the number 1 prospect, because he would be the number 1 prospect going into next year if Caleb were to declare this year. I don't think honestly, Caleb can try to say whatever he wants, but I really do believe Caleb Williams is going to enter the draft. I just don't see a world where he doesn't.
Listen, these kids are entering the draft. I don't care if the NIL is giving you $25 million.
Yeah.
You're going to come to the NFL and get your 12, 13, 14 million as the number 1 overall pick. Mm-hmm. You're going to have all kind of deals going your way, and you're locking it in for 4 years with the potential of being a $500 million man. You only can play college for so long.
Yeah.
These kids,
not only that,
and your stock isn't going to be any higher.
You would be deferring an entire year to go get that first big NFL contract. You would be putting a year down.
Look who it is,
Richie.
What's going on, man?
What you doing, man?
What's good, boys?
What's up, man?
Come in
a second.
Yeah, man. Got home. Just wanted to pop in and just remind the people what's going on this weekend.
Yo, man, we love you, bro.
Remind them what's going on this weekend.
I don't know, man. I was tuning in from like a viewer's perspective, and I'm like, man, this channel's got to change or something. This is like 80% TD Finstock, 20% Dan and Tyson. What's going on over here?
Hey, I mean, honestly, dude, like with TD, he had to defend himself, so I wanted to give him his soapbox. All right, right before
we lost, and it was hard, Richie.
It was very hard, but you know what? This is a great segue because I feel like we were all talking about like the Pats and everything along those lines for a bit. Super interesting. My take is that I think the Chiefs are probably going to end up coming out on top. I think they're pissed off, blah, 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 blah. But, okay, there's a big divisional matchup. And since we have Richie in here, Richie, why don't you tell the squad why the Jets are beating the Dolphins on Sunday? Because I just so happen to believe that they are beating the Dolphins on
Me
Sunday.
too.
He
Me
just
too,
got
dude.
it. Dan,
Unanimous Jets.
he just got in the room. You're gonna ask him to lie right off the bat?
Yes.
Hey, I mean, first of all, shout out to everybody in the chat. Sorry I couldn't make the full show. Just things going on in the personal life. So I appreciate the three boys holding down the fort. And listen, I wish there was like a recorded, like TD. I don't know if they record those Bleach Report shows, but we need to somehow get clips of what we debated today because that was content gold. I mean, TD and I went after each other on Bleach Report about the Jets and Dolphins game. So I definitely don't have the energy to do that anymore. But listen, man, I will tell you this. TD will not admit it on this show, but he is so scared for this game. He's looking ahead thinking of the Ravens, Cowboys, and Bills, and he's looking right over the Jets, and he's so scared because he knows deep down what the reality could be. Not to say that he thinks the Dolphins are going to lose. I'm not saying TD is going to predict the Dolphins will lose, but he knows deep down that this is not going to be a walk in the park for these Dolphins, especially the way that they looked against the Tennessee Titans. I mean, listen, the Jets are coming off, on all three phases of the football domination against a really good team in the Texans. And that's not to say they're going to replicate that against a good team in the Dolphins, but this Jets team is playing with a different aura right now, right? Zach Wilson's playing with an effort mentality. He's playing like he has absolutely nothing to lose. He told DJ Reed before the game, hey, I'm playing for you guys. Like, what's the worst they're going to do? Bench me again? And what did Zach do? Something that Tua we've never seen from him, playing within – outside of the structure of the offense, breaking off of the system, rolling to his left, flipping his hips, throwing 40-yard dimes down across the field, rolling to his right, making backyard football types of plays. That's what we're seeing from Zach. Now, I can't sit here with a straight face and predict that he's going to do that again because that was a career game. I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, Zach's going to do it again, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, 75 completion percentage, AFC player of the week all over again. That's unrealistic. But it would be cool to see him do it against the Dolphins. And a big reason I'm just confident in this game, and it's weird, I'm genuinely confident in this game. It's really just all three phases of the ball for these Jets syncing on the same cylinder, and they have a mindset where they want to go out there and get a divisional dub and just kind of play spoiler for a Dolphins team that's coming off a tough loss on Monday night or short week that are battling a bunch of injuries in the Dolphins. And they saw Tim Boyle in the first matchup, and that score was 10-6 heading into half before that ridiculous pick six, the Hail Mary it was. Don't forget what happened that first half. Pick six by Tua, another interception by Tua, and then the second half, the Dolphins ran away with it with Tim Boyle at the quarterback. So listen, we shall see what happens, but I'm here to tell you guys, Dolphins fans, don't go into this game with all this confidence because you never know what can happen. This Jets team found some confidence, and again, they didn't just beat the Texans, they dominated the Houston Texans. And this was the New York Jets team I was so excited about all offseason long, and we finally got to see it a little bit too late. I'm not going to sit here and say playoffs. All I'm talking about is the Jets-Dolphins game, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yo, what's the percentage the Jets, if they win out, hypothetically, if they win out?
11% chance of them making playoffs, even if they win out. We need a lot of help.
So, what type of help do they need?
Bills
like the Dolphins to lose out,
which isn't going to look. Bills have to lose, and that's the team that has pretty easy opponents on their schedule.
Lose out? You talking about lose out?
No, they need to lose like 2 of the last 4, or like 3 of the last 4, or something ridiculous. And obviously, all the other AFC teams need. There's like a weird scenario that obviously Jets fans are going into the calculators and figuring out because that's where we're at this stage of the season. But it's really unlikely, even if the Jets somehow figure a way to win out.
You need the Dolphins to lose out, though, right? Because they have 9 wins.
Not happening.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I'm not even thinking playoffs right now. I'm thinking just beating those damn Dolphins, bro. Because I am so excited for this game, and like I love how they just beat us up with Tim Boyle, and Zach Wilson's got some new life in him. He's got nothing to lose. He's about to go slinging that thing, baby. Come on, TD, tell the people.
Here's what I don't understand about Jets fans. Y'all set yourself up for misery. You know we
got nothing to lose. What do you mean? We lose the game?
Exactly.
So
there ain't a 1% chance to beat us. Y'all hoping you do. That's setting yourself up for failure.
Not
Richie,
really.
Man, we're putting up 40.
See, this is what I mean. This is the delusion that you just spewed. Like
40
40 points on the Jets defense that just gave up 91 yards to the top quarterback in the NFL.
We put up 34 on y'all last time, Richie.
Yeah, that's with no offensive help. This offense is different now, baby. Come on now.
Oh my gosh.
And to be fair, I think that the Jets defense kind of just waved the white flag. I mean, because they weren't going to give up. Yeah.
Break. You're gonna run
gonna wave
circles
it
with Tua,
again.
throw 2 picks and look like pretty bad against the Jets defense, and you're gonna run circles that you got a 100-yard pick 6 against Tim Boyle. Congrats.
What's the money line plus on this? What's the money line?
Well,
man?
hey, you know what? Fun fact: we actually have our trusty friends over at BetUS pulled up automatically, my friend. And when it comes down into the dude, so am I. It is plus 320 for the New York Jets money line.
Wow, you know what? I might take that.
Dude, all right. So here's my deal. And like, I really don't want TD to think that I'm being a hater, but I think, and I'm not even trolling, I have the Jets winning this game. Number one, offensive line is an absolute shambles. You're going up against a very scary pass rush, and you're going up against probably the best secondary you're going to be playing for the rest of the season. Maybe the Ravens might be comparable at this point, with a wide receiver in Tyreek Hill, who is clearly not 100%. We're not even sure if he's going to go out there and he's going to play. This is an absolute nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare for this Miami Dolphins team. It really is. And one last thing I also want to put out, I've said this a couple of times. I might have said it on Monday, and I'll continue to say it. The whole home field advantage in Miami, I don't get it. All right. I've never seen the stadium filled once.
Doesn't exist, Dan.
9 times out of 10, the opposing team fans outnumber Miami Dolphins fans. And it's January in Miami, baby. It's 75 degrees. It's beautiful. It's beautiful outside. There's no weather advantage in January.
Well, actually, which I don't like. I actually don't like myself, but it's gonna be a pretty wet field. For 3 days straight, there's thunderstorms in South Florida.
Wait, TD, was I wrong in thinking that the Dolphins have a retractable roof?
Yeah, you're wrong.
Damn.
It's going to be a wet field. It's going to be raining in South Florida for 3 days straight, all the way up until game time. The rain stops, literally at game time. So it'll be wet, but it won't. Hopefully, it's not raining anymore. But
I hope it's raining.
The forecast has
give me the rain,
thunderstorms overnight, and all of that. And it's going to be
in the rain, bro. We're not afraid of no elements, bro. Come on.
It's not going to matter though. At the end of the day, the Dolphins are just the more superior team. We got a lot of injuries, but those guys will be back.
Were you the more superior team against the Titans?
No. With all the injuries that happened. When you look at, the matchups, no.
You're blaming the injuries on the wait. I didn't really get to see this whole show. Are you blaming the injuries for that Titans loss?
No, I blame the injuries, the referees, the NFL setting it up to make money.
What about Tua? What about
Tua having multiple opportunities to go win the game, and he's like so confident. Oh yeah, easy. Oh yeah, we got the ball.
Tua was just playing into the script. It had to be done.
TD, I just don't get this whole character that you put on AFC's Roundtable that's so different than your Twitter and TD Finstock on YouTube. I feel like I'm literally losing my mind. Is this
I don't know what you're talking about.
At the beginning of the show, I'm not entirely sure. I think his stunt double must have stepped in once he came into the show.
You just come on here to speak this the I don't know. What's your whole intent here? Because you sound
I don't know what you're talking about, Richard. I don't know what you're talking about.
A completely different person. The TD I heard was the truth, and the truth be told.
Well, the truth be told, I mean, there's concerns for our team, but I think the problem all three of you guys have, there's one factor you're not considering in the Jets game of why they can't beat us. There's one main factor. No. There's only one main factor that y'all just keep on ignoring. They're the Jets.
And you're the fucking Dolphins. What if the Dolphins?
They're the Jets.
You're the Dolphins. And
somebody's got to cancel somebody out because it's the December Dolphins versus the Jets. So I don't know who wins that one.
The Jets are a bunch of frauds. They got corners and safeties that do the tango all game, holding people. They got an overrated wide receiver.
Who locked down
and
CJ
Garrett
Stroud
Wilson
to 91 yards, who did not
don't
get called
even
for
know.
one penalty. So that narrative is completely false. I'm not going to allow you to push a false
Any
narrative.
given Sunday. Listen, they quarterback, they don't even know who it is. 1 week he a bum, need to be at Publix. The next week he's the same. Listen, it's the Jets.
And you're the Dolphins, who don't leave me to remind.
Super Bowl.
Don't force me to remind you who the Miami Dolphins.
He's back on the Super Bowl shit,
You have
man.
no say in that. Literally,
I can't stand y'all
Patriots.
Jet fans.
The Patriots can say we're the Jets. They can.
Mhm.
The Dolphins cannot.
When we sweep y'all,
we are the Jets in that.
Well, you know what? Make a deal, Richie. When we sweep y'all, you got to come on here and say we lost to the Dolphins because we're just the same old Jets.
Oh.
So if we lose, I have to come on here and say we lose to the Dolphins because we're the same old Jets.
And we can't beat them. They're just more superior and will always be. That's what I want to hear from you.
Well, this year, if you beat us, you beat us twice, and next year we'll come back and sweep your asses. But hey, I don't mind saying, because I'm not afraid of the truth, TD. I don't run away from the truth. You're out here spewing lies, calling our corners and safeties overrated. We're literally ranked the #1 pass defense in the NFL, and you're here to talk about this fake narrative that you like to spew to your Miami Dolphins fans, and they just like sip the TD Kool-Aid. Yeah, the Jets defense is overrated, ranked in top 10 in every single category. But yeah, who cares? They're overrated because they haven't been called for a holding penalty all year. But okay, continue.
Richie, we scored 34 on y'all. I can't even believe you talking. Can't even believe you scored.
It was 10-6 before the half, before that crazy.
Hey, it's called 4 quarters. It's 4 quarters. It don't matter how it happened.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you have a defense that literally has Tim Boyle on the other side, they're going to be like, all right, this is ridiculous. We're not even going to try anymore.
Tim Boyle better than Zach Wilson anyway. That's why Wilson got
Tim Boyle should never have been in that game from the start.
Man, Richie, listen.
You think Tua played good in that game?
In which game?
The Jets game.
Well,
play well enough to get the W.
About this. Let's check out.
Gave us a free touchdown because Brendan Eccles owns Tua. That's 2 pick sixes for Brendan Eccles, who, by the way, is our backup cornerback.
I told you today, Richie, 4 touchdowns for Tua Sunday. 4.
And you don't even believe that. That's the funny part. I literally see through you.
I believe it. I believe it. He's going to have a bounce back game of a lifetime.
Jets defense have not given up more than 2 touchdowns all season. So what makes you think you're going to score 4 when, by the way, the Miami Dolphins couldn't even score against the Tennessee Titans? The only reason why you almost won that game is because of your defense and special teams. Your offense, which was this, historic offense, is all of a sudden trash. What happened in your offense? After the Miami Dolphins
I knew this was going to happen.
Points. Congrats, your defense and special teams are playing well. But what happened to this historic offense? All I see is Nikki Smokes on Twitter. Mike McDaniel, run the ball. Stop throwing fades. Everyone's getting frustrated with the play calling and saying run the ball because Tua can't do it. He can't do it in the big
Yes. Yes, I love this, Rich.
I knew this was going to happen when we lost to the Titans. I said, them Jets fans going to get themselves false hope, and I got to deal with it until we wax them.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we all want to hear Tyson's take on who he thinks is going to win. I've already told you who I think is going to win, and I feel like it's just going to be unanimous outside of TD. But we do have a bunch of super chats we got to get to, so let's run through these real fast. Brennan is coming in saying, love the show, and do y'all have a business email? I inquired via the AFC East Twitter DM. We will get back to you. We actually have a team that runs all of our communication via email and DMs. We will certainly ping them about that situation. Dolphins with Dylan, another great show despite Finn's loss. Rebound versus Jets. Also, I was wondering if y'all might be able to reschedule our missed meeting from yesterday. Once again, we will ping our team who runs all those communications for us, and they will get back to you immediately. Dylan, you're the man. I appreciate everything and everything you do. Life of Oz, no talking. We want TD to step up to the podium. We about to get on ya, boy. Oh, look at that. Duran, my boy. Quote, unquote, Tua is MVP. Yeah, I don't want to hear nada from you bum Dolphins fans because you fakes are laughable. Laughing my ass off. Saying Allen can't win close games, but Allen doesn't get sacked when he needs 2 yards. Alyssa, if Miami doesn't win the division, I never want to hear another word from them until they win the division / a playoff game. Oh, it does not matter. It's like clockwork. Alyssa, it doesn't matter if they lose out and miss the playoffs. they will start yapping once again once it gets close to week 1 in 2024.
If we don't win a division, oh my gosh.
Oh, you
I
wait.
ain't gonna lie, I lose it.
It's coming. TD, I was at the 40. O-line was weak, could end our year. Coaching will be the key. Tua needs it. Defense too. Fins up. Well, Burgos, I'm assuming you sent this in before TD educated everyone, letting you know that the O-line was not the issue because Tua was holding onto the ball for close to 3 seconds. So, onward. Mike is saying the Titans woke up a sleeping giant. Fins are sleepwalking through these bums, resting guys that could play. Giant is awake now, and it's time to eat as long as the other NFL defenses just decide not to take away that first read. Always something to consider. Onward. Dang, TD and Fins fans, I was hoping y'all could make it to New Year's Eve. Still tied number 1. Guess the collapse curse is real. Death taxes, Dolphins falling apart in December. Alyssa Johnson. Josh Allen makes his 4th and 2 conversions to save the game. Deron Martin. Tua Loompa Dupa Dee Doop. I got a team that's coming for you because Miami is a trash team. Your daddy Josh is going to win the East. I like that haiku right there, baby. I love that. Slippy Yell 2 is saying Dolphins fans should be well-versed in the Heimlich maneuver with all the choking they see. Throw them fins up if you are here for the December choke. My God. Alyssa. Will Levis is the next Josh Allen. Owns the Dolphins. Interesting.
Oh, boy.
JT is saying Bryce Huff coming after Tua. He's been unblockable. Slippy all too. TD, hide behind the chair like Josh Allen walked in the room. What TD knows his reoccurring nightmare of December collapse is right on schedule. Go Bills. Tony, that bum Lester Cotton better not hold Quinn. That bum is a bum, right, TD? That one got me. That one from Tony got me.
He said he better not hold Quinn Williams.
Dolphins lost so bad at that TD taking back shots. Jonathan.
Oh, man.
Cater Kohu messed up in coverage, shaking my head. City Burt coming in. Hip drop tackle on Reek Dirty. Discuss. Thanks. Toa Samoa is saying, I agree with you, TD, on Tua. He's a bum and a trash. Wow. Listen, he's
I didn't say that.
He was a huge Tua defender in the chat for quite some time. He has been converted. Dan, do you think Terry would get Belichick if we fire McDermott? I don't want to hire him personally. I would not be interested in that whatsoever. Anthony, we need a franchise quarterback too bad, and Greer, McDummy know it. If you look at the games, we are only running 30% of our playbook. Anthony. Jet it out. Revenge time. Kelly Maria.
Go, Jet it out.
Richie.
Kelly.
Can't wait till we humble these frauds.
We are humbling them, Kelly. Thank you so much for tuning into the AFC's
Don't drink the tea, Kelly. Don't drink the tea.
Kelly knows the vibes. Kelly's in Jets media. Now she's in AFC's Roundtable. She knows what's coming.
Y'all setting these people up to be disappointed.
You know, I had for dinner
y'all
tonight
ain't right.
with the fans.
Y'all don't care about the people. Y'all don't care about our
Fish.
subscribers.
They were shellfish. They weren't dolphins. You know, ate a lot of fish tonight. Just get a little ready for this weekend. You know what I mean? Maybe some wine too, but that's neither here nor there.
Boy, Richie feeling this
stuff,
boy.
You smoke something, bro? You good, bro?
Nah, man, I'm not. We're all here though. We're good.
So the Jets are about to beat the Finns, but thank you for being a member for 3 months. And then
Let's go, Sean. Jets fans are repping, even in my absence before I came.
McDermott's 9-11 comparison was wrong. The hijackers didn't have Kadarius Toney.
Oh my God!
Wow.
And so you got to laugh at that, right? Anyway.
Yo, Dan, at least put the AFC's Roundtable logo on this. I'm sick of these Dolphins colors. I know I'm not producing, so it's like TD's little.
That is true. I just noticed that too, man. What the hell is going on?
This is what happens when I don't produce. We got to get these.
I signed in first, baby.
Get the AFC's Roundtable logo in TD's corner.
This is the Dolphins funeral episode, my friend. We are just paying ode.
Lies.
for the month of December coming
It
out.
is crazy though, because Dan Mitchell put something in our merch store when we first opened it up.
Oh, I did.
Death, taxes, and a December collapse of the Dolphins or something along those lines. And little did we know it actually was coming true.
In fact, let's go on ahead and let's take a look. By the way, we are going to run through these guys. We just actually ended up releasing our graphic tees in case you haven't had a chance to look at. Oh my God, they're absolutely beautiful.
Yes, fire, bro.
But
click on the collection.
But the shirts that Richie is talking about, okay? Look at this. Death, taxes, and the Dolphins falling apart in December.
Dude, he had that. Dan had that on the store in September.
In September, baby. I told you. Listen, just call me Nostradamus, all right? Because listen, I knew it was coming, all right? And everyone can go on ahead.
It's not coming because it's not happening. Y'all take
it already
one
started.
loss.
It literally happened already.
Oh.
All right.
My
TD,
God.
go get some calming tea. Is your wife brewing you up some calming tea? You need it.
All right. So I will tell you what, guys. Listen, like we said, we did announce this. We just ended up dropping our most recent graphic tees, and they're absolutely incredible. We just ended up releasing this Aaron Rodgers one, which
let's go.
I think it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
Hey, Rod. Now listen, guys. Zach Wilson, I'll say this straight up. He does not deserve a graphic tee until he could prove that he can do it on a consistent basis. And it starts this Sunday. Aaron's the quarterback next year. He deserved a tee. And Zach Wilson, come on now. I want you to have a graphic tee. Please.
But so those were a lot of images from just 3 snaps, bro. That's pretty wild.
4 snaps, Dan.
4 snaps. Breece Hall for the Jets as well, looking pretty fucking sexy, I would say.
He's about to go for $150 on those Dolphins. Oh, it's getting
Go to the MVPs, man. We're Tua and Tyreek, man.
Speaking of MVP,
bro, MVP. Okay,
Josh Allen.
I've been giving Tua way too much praise. But after what I saw, the MVP conversation with Tua will never exist for eternity, bro. He's never going to win that award.
Yeah, Tyreek definitely hit Tua.
Dude, listen, bro. I love this Richie that's on right now. I love
Tyreek is MVP, if anything, bro. That man went to the sideline. Tua turned into a little
don't waste your money on this Tua shirt because obviously he's a fraud. Okay, but.
Dan. Listen, Dan.
Buy this
Tua
one
is a good quarterback.
Team. What?
No. Tua is a good quarterback that deserves to get a shirt, but he's not elite. That's the difference. He's a good quarterback. He's good enough to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't like that. That guy. Yeah, click him. That's a great quarterback.
Oh my gosh. How y'all?
This guy has that it factor. You saw that juice.
Hey.
His veins were just popping out of his
We got a real Levis graphic tee up on here, bro. What the hell?
Y'all some real haters, boy.
Yeah. So I did actually see something in the chat a bit earlier, right before this started, and it was hysterical. Made me laugh. It said, it's ironic that in 2000, the leading movie in the box office was Remember the Titans, the last time the Dolphins won a playoff game. And then now, fast forward to 2023, the Titans pull that off, where we will all remember the Titans beginning the December collapse of the Miami Dolphins. But anyway, Tyson, why do you think the Jets are going to beat the Miami Dolphins on Sunday?
You don't. You know what's going to happen.
I like that super chat comment. Tua Loompa Doopa Dee Doo. December collapses coming for.
Hey, wait, can we pull up that meme that Tyson made of Lance Stevenson blowing Tua down?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter.
Oh my gosh.
I got a lot of stuff on my Twitter, but be careful what you click on, bro.
People mad at me because I liked it and laughed.
Oh, that's right.
It was actually funny. It was funny. I gotta admit, it was funny.
You even were roasting Tua. Can you please just give us your real takes?
My entire Twitter is if you guys scroll down, I got a lot of Dolphins memes. Like that one right there. Scroll up a little bit.
Hey, man. At least the Dolphins built a great team around Tua.
Hey, man.
As Dolphins fans,
y'all gotta pay that man.
It's a lot of people blocking you.
Pay that man this offseason.
Keep scrolling, you'll find it. Oh no, go scroll up a little bit. I want to show that one too. So that's the Dolphins, as you can see here, since 1990. I mean, that's just pathetic. I mean, just look at that. Oh my goodness.
Shit, I got
Scroll
7%
down a
on
little
my
bit, you'll
phone.
find it.
This one?
Live streaming
Oh
from
yeah, that's also a good meme. That's also a good meme.
So people who have been 20 plus years know the season is over. Younger fans who naively believe they're still.
Told you, bro. My Twitter is littered with Dolphins. Yeah, there it is. It's up. You passed it, Richie. No, it's
No,
up.
this is Dan.
Up.
I'm not on this, Tyson.
There it is.
This is all
Oh.
Dan. There it is. Look at Lance Stevenson. Bro, this
You
guy's
scroll down a little bit.
meme.
You scroll down. You'll find TD's reaction to it too.
Bro,
I'm
you
gonna
talk
put in the
about
video.
MVP. Tua's a meme, not an MVP, bro.
Look at
Come
that
on.
one. I mean,
This one's pretty good too. Oh, dude. All right. Anyway,
so
yeah.
it's over. It's over, TD.
For the Jets.
It really, honestly, if you lose to the Jets, it's definitely over.
I know
I
if we
think-
lose to the Jets, it's over, but we're not losing to the Jets.
I think you guys will lose to the Jets, to be honest with you. I think the Jets, their defense is going to really give y'all some fits, even more so than what they did in the first matchup in the first half. This game is going to really, I'm going to say it, the game's going to come down to not Tua, it's going to come down to Zach Wilson and your offense, Richie. The only way you're going to beat Miami is if you number one, you can't come. I don't think you could come from behind against Miami. I think you're going to have to get up early and play and run and play the clock management game to beat Miami. What I saw last week against Texans, the 30 points in the half, I don't think that can happen again. Zach Wilson is proven to be very inconsistent when he has a game like he did against the Texans. He usually follows it up with 4 really, really bad games. That's what you should be worried about. But honestly, I think if Tyreek Hill doesn't play, I think the Jets defense is going to maul Miami, especially without Connor Williams. And it depends. I don't know if Teron Armstead is not playing or not, or you know what I mean. So the Dolphins, it really, like I said, it really depends. To me, the game's going to Zach Wilson is going to decide the game. Brees Hall and Wilson. So I have the Jets winning, and the only way I think you could win a game like this is probably like something like 24-17. You're gonna have to really dominate Miami. I don't know how the last matchup really panned out. Were they able to run the ball against you with Mostert, Richie?
Yeah, in the second half.
But that's problem. Like I said, the reason why that happened, I think, has a lot to do with the defenses wave the white flag. Once Todd Boyle doesn't give anybody any type of confidence. At least Zach Wilson shows flashes, and he played really well last week. So I think, especially if the defense can see that the offense is actually doing something and can move the ball against Miami's defense, and Zach Wilson looks, like a starting quarterback, I think the defense is going to be really, really motivated to really win this game. So I have the Jets winning, man. And I'm not trolling or not. I really believe the Jets will win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Even TD believes, you just don't want to admit it.
So any last words right before
This is a must-win. By the
Y'all
way,
need
this
to
is a must-win for the Dolphins. When I mean this is the biggest game of the season for the Dolphins, yes, the Cowboys game is going to be big. The Ravens could be for the number 1 seed. The Bills for the division. But I mean, you cannot lose this game. You just can't afford to, because now the heat in the kitchen is going to turn up 100 more degrees. And I mean, the pressure is gone, especially if Buffalo goes out and beats Dallas and the Jets beat Miami. Now it's only 1 game back. Really, at the end of the day, Buffalo would control their own destiny now to win a division, because all they would have to do is win out and beat Buffalo and beat Miami the last game of the season, and they take the division. So if Miami can't afford any more slip-ups, they really can't. And Buffalo too. On the flip side of it, Buffalo can't afford to lose and Miami win. Yep. So it really is like, who's gonna fuck up first? There really was gonna come down to win a division. Which team is gonna fuck it up? Now it could be possible that Dallas beats Buffalo and the Jets beat Miami. And now you're just sitting there. Well, then Buffalo gets the upper hand because Buffalo has the easier schedule going down the stretch.
Mhm.
We can't lose.
So-
We're not.
Yeah.
There's
Buffalo
one
can
thing.
afford to lose. Miami can't afford to lose.
Yeah, and
I'll be
there's
honest
one
with you.
thing everybody watching is one reason why we're gonna win. It's the Jets.
You guys notice how that's the only thing TD can say because he knows he's lying through his teeth?
It's
I ain't
a
lying.
That's the only thing he can say to rationalize him not
Yeah.
losing.
We better not lose.
It's honestly sad, but it's okay.
Is that a
So-
1 o'clock game?
yeah. And I will.
I think I might have to watch that game instead of the Patriots game. I'll
Like,
be honest
instead
with
of
you.
nice football analysis and talking ball and going into the film room, this man is saying it's the Jets. Like, that's his way of saying we're gonna lose.
Yeah,
That's all you need to know of his level of confidence.
Hey, listen, I guarantee you that Tua has a worse game than he did against the Titans and the Jets on Sunday. I'm calling it.
He'd be lucky to have a better game than he did last time he versus the
Listen
Jets,
to me.
man. These guys literally gave us a
Tua
big
gonna be back in the MVP conversation after this.
Okay. Yeah.
How can you sit there and just lie through your
The
face?
thing
Because
is
I know
that,
you
you know-
genuinely don't
Touchdowns.
actually believe it.
4 touchdowns.
And so people try and say, Dan, you're hating on Tua for no reason. But the thing is that when I look at a quarterback that's elite, I can't recall a single wow play from Tua.
Exactly.
I can't think of a wow, dude. This guy's immaculate. Yeah.
Yeah, but Dan,
Slam.
Josh Allen has wows every game, another interception. Wow, another interception. So it's fine, bro.
And what does that lead to, though? Division titles, playoff wins, deep playoff
No.
runs?
No more division
leading the
titles.
league
That
overall
belongs to
touchdowns
Miami.
and overall
Miami
offensive
taking the division title.
Oh, yeah.
I
Listen,
ran all the playoff simulators,
Yeah,
CD,
listen.
and there is only one scenario where Miami doesn't make the playoffs and they would have to lose out. I've ran it all. I've ran every type of scenario. Like, what would have to happen for Miami to miss the playoffs? They would have to lose out. But I honestly believe the most entertaining thing to happen to this channel is Miami and
lose out.
Buffalo. Not just for a chance to win a division, but whoever loses is out the playoffs. Meaning it's a winner take all. Meaning there is no lose, and I'm still in the playoffs. I'm talking about winner take the division, take the playoffs, and the Dolphins would have the biggest collapse in the history of the National Football League if that happened. Last year they could have had it, but they snuck in because Richie's stupid ass just decided to play fucking Flacco last game of the season and fucked up my playoff chances too. But that would TD. Honestly, I don't think the Dolphins fan base could survive a collapse. So I hope for your sake and your fan base's sake, and not only that, I think this is something. If it were to happen, the apocalypse would happen. I think Mike McDaniels would be on the fucking hot seat.
TD, I
because
gotta
this
ask
is
you
that would be an inexcusable type of collapse.
TD, I gotta ask you a real question because I've been very, watching these Dolphins and impressed with Tua at times, and I'm just trying to get Tua. Okay, I'm just trying to understand him, and I want you to tell me what qualities does Tua have as a quarterback in the NFL that kind of separates him from other quarterbacks around the league that can put him in that upper echelon MVP caliber quarterback?
Accuracy.
Accuracy,
quick release.
Quick release, accuracy, throwing the ball in spots. But
not many quarterbacks can do that either.
Yeah, which is true. See, here's the thing. Tua has I'm going to say something. I think he is the best quarterback in the entire NFL, throwing the football accurately in a spot, in timing, at the right time. But if it's unscripted, off script, the accuracy and everything goes out of the window. He can still make throws, but the accuracy and all of that goes out of the window. It has to be structured. If this play is a 1-2 hit, 1-2, if it's a 1-2-3, it has to be on time with no interruption, and he puts it in his spot better than anybody in the NFL as long as the timing is there. You could do play action, guys coming, slide up, timing's off. We didn't the slide up isn't a part of the calculation unless he's so wide open. He can still make it because just put it there. It got to be accurate. We can get the catch.
So
because he
for my
has to
follow-up.
set his feet. He has to set his feet to throw the ball and to be effective. So that's it. But that's unrealistic in the NFL against the greater teams, the greater defenses.
So you basically said exactly what I expected you to say, because that's what I think Tua is great at as well. So my next question is, don't you think an MVP level quarterback and a Super Bowl caliber quarterback is a quarterback that can kind of, when things don't go right, things go a little array, offensive line's not blocking well, wide receivers aren't doing their thing, kind of elevate the boys around them, galvanize the guys. Oh, there's pressure off my blind side. I can maybe scramble to my right, scramble to my left, kind of make something out of nothing. Because in my opinion, just not even being a hater, I always looked at the NFL quarterback position and felt like MVP level quarterbacks, all pro level quarterbacks are the quarterbacks that can make something out of nothing. And do stuff at a high level within the structure of the offense. Because I agree. I think Tua is phenomenal in the structure of their offense, the timing, spot throwing. I mean, also, I got to give him a lot of credit for the accuracy down the field. I mean, those deep balls to Tyreek is money. But I just feel like when you go up against top-tier defenses and those defense scheme against that and they force Tua to play backyard football, I haven't seen Tua be able to do that at a higher level. And that's my only pushback on what I've at least noticed from Tua this far.
Well, let me elaborate on what you're saying, Richie, because I want to make sure people understand what you were saying. You're not saying he never can. It's just that in the NFL, there's levels to it. Tua might be able to do it 2 out of 10 times, but the elite quarterbacks are doing it 7 out of 10 times. And that's a small.
TD, we have breaking news. We had just hit 12,000 subscribers. I didn't want to. That's why I left for a second.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we hit 12K.
12K, baby.
I just wanted to make sure.
Super Bowl, baby.
Oh my God. Come on, man. Dude, you had to ruin it with delusion.
Stop, man. Hey. Anyway, let me finish Richie's question, man. Congrats to us and all of the subscribers in the chat. We all did it together. We appreciate you guys. I guess we'll talk about that next. But to finish on Richie's question, yeah, that's what an MVP is, Richie. But here's the deal. If you never put him in a situation where he has to do that, and 80% of the season you don't make him have to do that, he can still win it. You see what I'm saying? So that's the issue in the NFL right now. It's no different from our record. 70% of the time we win the game, because at the end of the day, if we go up against bums 70% of the time, they're still going to call us one of the better teams in the league. May not be the best, but we're one of the better. So that's why when I say super MVP with Tua, I'm not talking about he's better than these quarterbacks. He's better than Josh Allen, but that's another conversation. But I'm not talking about he's better than these other quarterbacks. He's just having a better output than them this season. And that's the league's fault. You're not putting him in a situation where he's uncomfortable majority of the time. So if 3 games he kills you because you make it easy, and then 1 game you don't make it easy, and then 3 games you make it easy and he kills you again, and 1 game you don't, we operating at 75%. That's what the elite quarterbacks do. And that ain't his fault, so he can win the MVP. Is he an MVP? Not at all. I mean, I tell y'all that for the years now. But at the end of the day, when you bring in the talent,
10 minutes ago.
when you bring in, because he can win it. That's why.
But will he?
Well, let me say something.
No, he can't.
If he wins these, okay, imagine Tua winning the last
4 defenses, not to mention the teams you got to go up against, TD, but the defenses. Like, bro, you got the Jets defense, which in your opinion sucks. Jets defense sucks. Okay,
it's highly unlikely. It's highly unlikely he's going to even be mentioned. Bro, I already know what's on the horizon for Tua in the next 4 games. I already know what's going to happen.
But TD doesn't have to worry about that, bro. It's about winning, bro.
I was about to say that exact thing, Tyson. It's not really about the MVP.
Who gives a damn, bro? I wouldn't give a damn about my quarterback win no MVP. I want to win a Super Bowl.
Exactly.
But that quarterback needs to be able to make those plays, in my opinion, in the playoffs, to kind of be able to separate himself to go win those.
That's what Tua can really. That's when Tua is going to can prove the haters wrong. Is when all the chips are on the table, and for some reason Tyreek goes out for a few plays and you know what I mean? Listen, it's not over for Tua, bro. They're 9-4. He can prove all the haters wrong. He can go out next week and in the Dallas game and Baltimore and the Dolphins can just rake Buffalo, get the number 1 seed. Tua can go on this crazy ass run. I mean, things can happen, bro. Like the narrative can switch really, really fast.
The thing is that second and third quarter against Tennessee, Tua looked exactly like he looked like before Tyreek Hill was in Miami. That did not help out that narrative in any stretch of the imagination, right? Like, meaning that like he like literally leans on that one specific weapon.
Well, it's not just that, Dan. It's leaning on more than that. This is where the Dolphin fan base, they debate this all day, every day, and they argue this, because we had Brian Flores before, right?
Yeah.
And they say Brian Flores tried to break Tua. That's only because Brian Flores is a hard-nosed coach. If you messing up, he gonna get all in you. He gonna try to break you because he only wanted a mentally tough quarterback. He don't want nobody who seems soft that needs to be pampered all day. Okay, so people like, oh, look at the offense now. See, we needed a real coach like McDaniel who could fix Tua. And I try to tell our fan base, McDaniel didn't fix Tua. He just came in and said, hey, man, I'm going to hide your flaws. And that was pretty evident when Tyreek went out because you can't hide him anymore. Tyreek can't go catch a bad ball. Tyreek can't get 8 feet separation for you all game anymore. Now you look worse than the Flores version, and you have more. Because what happened was they gave Mike McDaniel Teron Armstead. Flores didn't have a all-pro left tackle. Connor Williams, who is right now the best center in the league. Flores didn't have that. Austin Jackson's playing better. He was always hurt under Flores. We already said Tyreek Hill. He didn't have a Jalen Ramsey on the opposite side because Byron Jones was always hurt. You see what I'm saying? So he didn't have a Bradley Chubb on the line. He didn't have a David Long Jr. He didn't have Deshaun Elliott and those guys as the backups. He had the young version of a lot of these players like Javon Holland and Waddle. He had the young version of those. Mm-hmm. So Flores won the same amount of games and more with less. And people talk about how bad the offense was under Flores, but it was our best offense in like so many years. And on top of it, it was still good enough to win 10 games one season and 9 in another. So people need to understand that what they brought in around Tua is what's making him be able to look good. I'm convinced now after what I've seen with Mike McDaniel as of late, it's not him. He's just making players feel better and wanting to play because they don't feel nervous about their job. Flores had that locker room nervous. You screw up, I don't want you. I don't want you if you screw up. Get it together. And they didn't like that. They keep throwing jabs and hints about Flores even to this day. They're throwing hints. Tua came out the other day and said, I'm proud. I'm happy Austin Jackson got his money. When you're in those meeting rooms and you see him basically getting beat up about stuff that ain't true about him, and you got to deal with that. He breaks your spirits and all of that. Flores don't care about your spirits. Come do your job.
Yeah.
Now that Tua and company, they're doing a lot of the same crap that they did with Flores, slipping on the field, fumbling the ball, penalties, bad O-line. Now they have no accountability because Mike McDaniel can't get on them because he built this team to say, I'm not going to get on you. I'm just going to motivate you. And some people don't operate off of motivation. They operate off of butt kicking. Fear.
Yeah.
And that's what we're dealing with right now. And I'm going to say it, a finesse team, which seems soft when you're in the trenches. You're soft because every time a team punch you in the mouth, you don't respond. You get bullied. Mm-hmm. And that's the culture that Mike McDaniel brought to Miami. It motivates them and they're happy and they're in great spirits. But y'all ain't bringing that dog out. So that's what they need to get to in these last 4 games so we can put all this behind us. But if we lose these last 4 games or 3 of them, it's only because it's more of the same mentality. All that cursing on Hard Knocks, that's about all he got in him. He don't have no getting up in you. He got, just generalizations of aggression.
Yeah.
Get in there behind it. No, some players need you to look right in their eye and telling them, you playing like trash. You want to be on this field, tighten it up. But they're crying about it now. That's what he used to do to us, and it broke our spirits. That's soft.
Yeah,
and I'll be the first to tell you,
absolutely, baby. Absolutely.
And that's what we need to fix now. And we had a players-only meeting. I hope that's what they were talking about. I hope they were talking about we holding each other accountable.
Yep.
TD, you're being soft with your analysis on the Dolphins.
Hey, it happens. I'm okay with that.
I was about to say, dude, Richie,
I ain't gonna get in my feelings. I ain't made like that. I don't get in my feelings over words.
Yo,
that's
listen,
one
man.
thing I don't do.
Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you what. Richie came in here shooting shots, baby, dude. He's spitting fire today on this stream.
Well, we're gonna see on Sunday.
Hey, man, I needed to. Sorry, I missed the first portion of it.
No,
by the way, Dan. Because people in the chat calling me a liar, Tua didn't have no time to throw the ball. Can you go look all the way at the right side, like 5 rows down from the right? Do you see that TTT? Let me blow this up for you. All right, that's time to throw.
Oh, wow, it was, dude. Holy fuck.
Okay, so take a look at the screen, ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know what it is, all right?
TTT.
Time to throw is TTT. This is every game Tua played this season. 2.59 is pretty high. That's Buffalo. They gave him time to throw the ball, and he wasn't good. Keep going. 2.52. I don't know who that is. I have to look at it. Probably the Chiefs game. Let me see if that's the Chiefs. 2.52. Chiefs. Yep. 2.52 is the Chiefs game. He had a little bit more time to throw. And the highest one of the season, 2.74, the most time he had to throw. Why? And people are like, he was pressured 19 times because he was holding the ball.
Dude.
He was holding the ball.
Dude.
Y'all want to always go to the O-line and blame the O-line. If he was doing like he was doing in these other games, 2.16, 2.15, you wouldn't have had all those hurries because they wouldn't have even been close. He had all those hurries because he had the ball in his hand. 2.74, the highest all season.
So the offensive line wasn't even doing bad, basically.
It's not that. They didn't hold up. They're not going to give you the 5 seconds that Jalen Hurts be getting and stuff. But you can't come to expect that. People act like you're going to get that. We are at our best when we get rid of the ball fast, like we've been doing. The longer Tua has the ball in his hand, and this has been proven since his rookie year, even with Flores, this is something that I noticed. People always talk about the O-line, but the stats say the longer he has the ball, the worse his numbers are. Because he's so good at that first read.
Am I correct in my analysis of saying, is this why Tyreek, when he lines up like he's I don't know, like
hiding behind the line and all of that?
Yeah, so he doesn't get bump and run because
free releases all day.
And because if you think about it, the way you would play Miami is if Tyreek were to line up like every other receiver, they would literally just be really physical with him and just bump and run, not giving Tua enough time to throw the ball. Like, that's the way I would play Miami. I would play press coverage, but that's why Tyreek lines up like that, right? Am I correct?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's to mess the defense up and give them free releases so that speed could rev up.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it is. And man, listen, people need to stop lying to themselves. They always want to find things to blame other than Tua Tagovailoa. The man had the most time to throw the ball all season that he's had all year. But y'all were sitting around here talking about how great the O-line's been all year, and the O-line gave this man 2.74 seconds to throw the freaking ball most all season. And since we lost and he looked bad, you blaming the O-line. How does that work? How does that even make sense?
Dougley Durong's blaming the O-line only.
No, he ain't the only one. There's plenty of people out here blaming him. But I saw the game. I was like, okay, Tua back to pass. Pockets clean. I always do this when I evaluate his film. I say these things right after each other. Tua, back to pass, pocket clean. Because if somebody get beat right away, I can't say pocket clean. But if that initial set pocket is there, I say pocket clean. That already put me at a 2.5. That he should be into his first read right there. If it ain't there, he pulls it down. Can he make the quick second? If he can't make the quick second, now we're getting into 2.74. And they did that all for it to be 2.74. That means he had to have plays of 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and some under, but it evened out to 2.74. This man actually was protected. The problem is Tua never's been a guy who throws the ball away. Nothing there. Everybody was like, nothing was open. They throw the ball away. Nothing was open. They showing all of these clips on Twitter. What do you want him to do? Look at this screenshot. Nothing's open. Throw the ball away.
MVP.
No, I'm just saying, and that's the only thing I don't like about our fan base. There is zero accountability for our quarterback. There's zero. People would be able to stomach everything much more if you just keep it real. Tua's played well enough this year to where you ain't got to do this to the other players. You ain't got to take a poop on them. So I'm sorry. And yeah, the other players are going to be rated bad over the weekend because he held the ball and they gave up a pressure. You know,
wait a second. Let me say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Jennifer for buying 4 graphic tees.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And guess which 4 she purchased?
Sauce Gardner.
Gosh.
Brees Hall, Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers. All 4 of the New York Jets graphic tees just got purchased by one individual. That's 4. Bang!
You mean
That's
to tell
what we
me?
like to see.
You mean to
Jennifer,
tell me
shout
she
out
didn't
to
buy
you.
a Tyreek or Tua?
There's not one Tyreek Hill. Dolphins fans, you guys
People like
are
wasting
frauds.
money, boy.
Jets fans, stand up. We got all 4 of them bought on one order. Oh my God! Paul just texted me it. I was like, Paul just shot me a text. He's like, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, "What?" And then he sent me the order. Someone purchased all of them. Dan, remind the people which ones. These beautiful graphics tees that Jennifer just purchased.
And don't worry, once we're done with this, we're going to educate and you're going to hear the gospel of the Buffalo Bills of why we're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. But in case you're just joining, we just ended up releasing our graphic tees, and then we had a kind woman hop in, and she purchased every single design that we have. Sauce Gardner, for example. We also have a brand new Aaron Rodgers shirt right here. Look at that, baby. And then also Garrett Wilson was also in the situation. You have Brees Hall as well. Really sick designs. And guys, these are not like just like your run-of-the-mill T-shirts. We're talking.
Should I get mine, Dan?
Heavyweight, beautiful. Richie, throw it up, dude.
Bro, Dan, she rich. Dan, she rich, bro. What broke person go buy something from the Jets?
Because she sees greatness.
Nah, she rich. She got money to blow. You talk about? I see she bought a Tyreek Tua.
It's a
money
future
well
Hall
spent.
of Famer. It's
what future Hall of Fame? What future Hall of Famer?
Aaron Rodgers is the first ballot Hall of Famer, and then we got 3 future Hall of Famers in Brees, Sauce, and Garrett. Yes, let me speak my delusion.
Oh, dude, holy hell, man! Have this right here, man. Have Matt Milano, Bills Mafia.
Not gonna lie, there's been more Bills and Jets shirts sold from these graphic tee collection than Dolphins. I've seen Matt Milano go. I've seen no Diggs yet, but I've seen Josh Allen go. I've seen Tua shirts, no Tyreek Hill. And then we got a Tom Brady one in the works. Don't worry, Tyson. But listen, man, this is a competition that we got here.
So show support right to the man that carries your offense, Dolphins fans. Damn. Anyway.
Link in description.
Link in description, my personal favorite, Josh Allen.
Hey, Dan, do me a production. Let's see. Let me test your production skills. All right. I want you to copy the link of that exact URL and put that link in the chat and pin it in the chat so the chat has easy access of that graphic tee collection. Can you stomach that?
He's a Bills fan. That's too much instruction.
I'm gonna do it. I've done this a time or two. I mean, I'm no Richie. All right. I'm obviously no Richie, but I will tell you what.
Bills fan, Richie. Too much instruction.
Ladies and gentlemen, as of right now, the merch store, we have just pinned our Roundtable Sports graphic tee collection. If you see anything that you like in particular, please go on ahead and knock it out. Like I said, this is high-quality material. This is not your run-of-the-mill, cheap-ass shirt. We make these in-house as well. These are hand-pressed, okay? These are not the print on demand, etc. I just ended up putting all of our shirt collections in the live chat, so definitely go ahead and check this out.
What's her name? What's her name at bottom?
Jennifer.
Yeah.
Jennifer, you got some really high quality shirts, Jennifer, just low quality people on them.
Oh.
Bruh. What do you mean? This is a Rookie of the Year edition.
Stop.
Rookie
Richie. Come on, bro.
What do you mean, bro?
Bro, I'm going to be dropping clothes out to the Salvation Army next year, and Brees Hall shirt's going to be there.
Oh.
Brees Hall dropped a $197 on you last year. He's about to do it again this year, bro.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to the final game of the AFC East, and that just so happens to be the Buffalo Bills and the Dallas Cowboys. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Bills are winning this game. The Buffalo Bills are winning this game, and I'm going to tell you exactly why the Buffalo Bills are going to win this game. Yes, the Dallas Cowboys have been wildly impressive, all right? I mean, they are absolutely putting up points. Their defense has been looking incredible. But ladies and gentlemen, there is one thing that everyone refuses to acknowledge, and that is the fact that the Dallas Cowboys are two completely different teams when they are home in a nice, cozy Jerry world, domed away from all of the elements, and away. In fact, the Dallas Cowboys, where it stands right now, are currently 3-3 when they are on the road. And the only teams that they ended up beating was the Panthers and the Giants, and then all four other of those games. And so they either ended in an L or they didn't score more than 21 points in particular, which was against the LA Chargers. Another thing at the end of the day, losing to the Cardinals, the Eagles, and the San Francisco 49ers. 2 out of 3 of those teams had a mobile quarterback going into it. That is a weakness of the Dallas Cowboys. That has been a weakness of the Dallas Cowboys for quite some time. So right now we're looking at 2 specific advantages. Number 1, they are coming into Buffalo. Number 2, they are going up against a mobile quarterback. And then number 3, here's something that I feel like a lot of people are not really discussing. The Dallas Cowboys have essentially been at their home facility in their hometown for literally a month. Their last away game was on November 19th, and they ended up going back to Dallas. Since then, they have been acclimated in their normal routine, sleeping in their own bed, going right to their own facility, playing in their game. And then now they're likely going to be coming up to Buffalo on Saturday, at the absolute earliest on Friday, meaning that they have not traveled whatsoever in nearly a month. That is right. Nearly a month they have not traveled. And now they're coming up into Buffalo, which is going to be about mid to low 40s and raining. They are going to be hopping off of that plane going into, I would say, probably the worst possible place they could be going to when it comes into cold weather cities, in which they are 3-9 going into it. The advantages for Buffalo are literally through the absolute roof. Now, listen, I have a lot of respect for their defense. I sincerely do. I mean, with Micah Parsons, of course, he's somebody to be able to watch out for, but I hate the fact that everyone refuses to acknowledge that Josh Allen's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league when it comes into evading pressure. I mean, this guy right over here, this man evades pressure better than most quarterbacks out there. He is literally at the bottom of the list when it comes down into getting sacked. So that's really not much of a concern. What I'm seeing is that I see the Buffalo Bills doing the best that they can to go on ahead and control that damn clock by running the game. Because, by the way, this Dallas Cowboys team, struggling running, they're a pass team. They're going up against this Buffalo Bills defense, which is still exceeding expectations, still 4th in overall points allowed, and just allowing an average of 20 points with all of their injuries on the table at this point. And the Buffalo Bills can run the ball with James Cook and, of course, Josh Allen going into it. This is a trap game written all over the place for the Dallas Cowboys. And the Buffalo Bills are currently -2.5 favorites. That's because they are home at this point. But this is a trap game written all over it. They have won 5 straight. They've played lackluster teams within this pass. They have that 3-game win streak. And that's precisely what I see happening. Now, this game is going to be close. I do see it being, I'd say, somewhat low scoring. And I know Dak Prescott is on his MVP sort of candidacy, right? Like, dude right now only has 6 interceptions, but everyone needs to remember that he was neck and neck with the top of the league with that, all right? That train is going to halt at one particular point. He's going to make mistakes, and it's going to be against the Buffalo Bills. I feel like the Bills have a hell of a lot more to play for from this perspective, and I love the matchups, especially when it comes up against their run defense and our run game. And I think that a lot of opportunities are going to open up in the pass game as well with that ability. I think Joe Brady's in the lab right now. He's cooking things up. And don't be surprised when you see the Buffalo Bills beating the Cowboys like they did just a few years back in Thanksgiving. Final score prediction, 35-17 Buffalo Bills. TD, what you got?
Wait, before TD goes, just want to do another quick announcement. Dan, great analysis as always. But we have some more merch sales. Want to give a quick shout out to a few people.
A few?
Just a few. We got another Garrett Wilson shirt sold to Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. I mean, come on now. You guys know the vibes at this point. Michelle knows the Jets vibe. Joshua, who's going to guess what merch, what graphic tee did Josh get?
Josh got a... Let's go Matt Milano.
Josh got a Josh Allen tee.
My boy. My boy.
Last but not least, we got last one for now. Matt. Which one did Matt get?
Tua.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Boom. Dolphins fans hate you, TD. They don't want to support the channel. They don't want a Tua shirt. They don't want Tyreek Hill. We might as well.
The funny thing is, I mentioned this in the chat, but once the Dolphins lost, I checked our subscriber count. It literally lost 50 subscribers just right after the game. And it had nothing to do with no content that we uploaded. It had everything to do with Dolphins fans just couldn't bear. They're like, man, I'm done, bro. I'm done. Like, subscriber from the channel because your team lost against the Titans, bro. It ain't like it's a playoff game. Y'all are pathetic, bro. Grow up.
And so they couldn't face the music.
Bills fans and Jets fans, stand up. We appreciate you.
Man,
guys.
we here.
Oh,
The fakes left. The fakes left.
Make a bet?
We here. The fakes left.
How many Dolphins graphic tees are sold by the end of the night?
Well, no, how about we say how many Dolphin graphic tees gonna be sold by the end of Monday? Because after we beat the Jets,
we live right now with a lot of people watching. At least
after they beat the Jets. See, y'all kicking us when we down. Our emotions are hurt right now.
Pure support of the channel, man. Bills fans buying their Josh Allen tees. Jets fans are getting every single graphic tee out there. I haven't seen one Dolphins fan buy there because that just shows you the level of confidence in these players, I guess.
Bro, we nervous.
Man, even a Will Levis tee freaking sold on Monday night.
Somebody bought a Will Levis?
Yeah, bro. Our AFC South representative of the Titans Rossi, he promoted it on Twitter for us, and then a Titans fan purchased one.
Listen, man, after we beat the Jets Sunday, you'll see on Monday. You'll see what happened.
Wait.
Hennessy Heisman said he just bought 2.
Oh, we got another Gabriel. Now, is this who I think it is? Because we got a Jets fan just got a Sauce and a Breeze shirt.
That's Hennessy Heisman.
I think that's Hennessy, bro. I think that's Hennessy.
A Breeze and a Sauce shirt.
Hennessy Heisman.
Bro, salute to you, Henny. That is elite level stuff. And those of you complaining over the price, just know there's a reason for that. It's because of the quality of the t-shirt. It's not those. It's not.
These are handmade, bro.
There's a lot of process that goes into this that you guys are not aware of that behind the scenes.
And so these are
you can actually wash it and it won't fade.
Yeah. Don't dry it. Just don't dry it. Air dry only.
Wash inside out.
Hennessy Heisman, bro. So that's a bunch of Bills and Jets Man, TD, all the Dolphins fans are saying that they're passing. That sucks for you, man.
It's all right, man.
Jets fans and Bills fans, stand up. We appreciate you.
And so Sean MD just said that he got a Garrett shirt.
Sean, oh, he was the one that did the Garrett shirt.
Somebody said we selling Egyptian wool.
I can't believe somebody just said make a Zach one. Oh my gosh, y'all,
If somebody's willing to buy it, maybe we should put it in the store.
Y'all really do got Zach in ears, huh?
Yeah,
no, for sure we do. We in the Jets community. You want to know what they're called?
What?
I don't call them that, but that's
Zach
what Jets
Truthers.
fans. See, Master at Work is tuned in.
Bro, I listen, bro.
What are they called?
Bro.
Zach Truthers.
Zach Truthers. Mm.
That's the word for it. But I said Zach Wilson does not deserve a graphic tee. Sorry for the chat. Whoever's asking for one, he does not deserve one until he can prove to do it on a consistent basis. I hope he can get one because I will be the one to put one on the site until he proves it. But for right now, he didn't prove it yet. But shout out to Bills and Jets fans, man. And Patriots fans, we don't have one available for you, so you get a pass. We're getting a Tom Brady one in there soon, though.
Wait till next season, Patriots fans.
Sean,
we gonna draft somebody. We gonna draft the quarterback. I don't know who it's gonna be, but they're gonna have my full-on support. Unless it's like fucking JJ McCarthy or some shit. It better be Drake May or Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels.
All right. So, guys, once again, certainly go check out those graphic tees. They're absolutely beautiful and fly. And so, if you ask me, TD.
Yes, sir.
Bills, Cowboys. What you got?
I got the Bills winning the game.
Oh my God. What? Why?
It'll be 36 degrees, cold weather. Dallas has to travel on the road. They're coming off of an emotional high, a decompression of beating their nemesis, especially after they lost in a heartbreaker the first time. They're just on such a high, but they're about to play another team that's up there and at home, who is in a dire situation, who literally has to put every iota of what they have on the field. Because if Buffalo don't win this game, it's over for them. So they're going to do all they can. And Josh Allen, I think the Buffalo Bills also see what's happening with Miami. And they believe, when you look at Miami's schedule and the injuries and stuff like that, they believe that they can still win the division. I think that's the message in the locker room, that we're not over. We're not out. Let's correct our early season woes. And I think that y'all really going to beat the Dallas Cowboys coming off of that emotional high and having to go on the road, literally, and playing cold 36-degree weather. So y'all will get this win. It'll make it tight, but for the Dolphins, this is why we just got to win out. But that's my true analysis. I believe y'all going to win. Josh Allen is actually going to have one of those MVP type performances that he put up versus the Eagles, but you still lost. But this one you'll win.
Yep. Ooh, Richie, what you
trash.
got for me, baby?
Yo, I've been rocking with Bills Mafia tonight. So you know what? I'm going to take the Bills in this game.
Yeah.
Over the boys. You know what I mean? Defending home field. Josh Allen is going to go out there, maybe put it up. I mean, listen, it ain't going to be easy, though. These Dallas Cowboys are mean. They're ferocious. I think that they're one of the most, complete teams in the NFL. Dak Prescott is playing like an MVP. The team in general is playing like one of the top units in the entire NFL. I mean, they're actually proven to be able to beat good teams as well as bad teams. So I think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to go into Buffalo and really be the biggest test for Buffalo, because the Bills have a path to the playoffs and it's tough, but this is the type of game that they have to win in order to really staple themselves, because as you know, the AFC wildcard race is so close right now, and they cannot afford to lose. So I think that the Bills are going to play desperate. I think they're going to play at home in Buffalo in terms of, feeding off the crowd. I think the Bills actually have a home field advantage because their fans represent a lot. Like, I give Bills Mafia a lot of credit. They really make that place feel like it's, a home field advantage. So I think that's going to go in their favor. Dallas isn't used to the, cold weather. So I'm going to take the Bills in this one. And that scenario I mapped out last week is coming to fruition. Even though, who knows, maybe the Dolphins won't even be the second seed, but we shall see.
Tyson, what you got, man?
So my scenario right now is that all that needs to happen for the last game of the season to mean everything is all the Bills need to do is be one game behind Miami. That means even if the Bills lose, they really need to then they would need the Dolphins to lose too, but they just need to be one game behind Miami for that to be all on the division, and I'm going to predict that that will happen, and that game will be flexed to Sunday Night Football. The winner wins the division and makes the playoffs. With that being said, I'm picking the Cowboys in this game because I'm looking at it from a Vegas standpoint. The Cowboys are coming off of a really, really big win. The narrative that Dak Prescott usually has a stinker of a game after a win like that. I really think these two teams honestly are really evenly matched. We're pretty much basing it off of can the Cowboys play in cold weather, right? The Cowboys are no slack, bro. Like they're playing like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. They're right behind the 49ers and maybe just slightly above Philadelphia right now. The Cowboys, I would not be shocked if the Cowboys made a run for it. I think the Niners are going to be really, really tough to beat, though. But I think the Cowboys on the right day and on the right Sunday, they can beat San Francisco in the playoffs. It is the Cowboys still, but I think Buffalo fans are being a little bit too overconfident in this game. I honestly believe that. I think don't be shocked if Dallas really, because people are hearing what people are saying. I'm pretty sure Cowboys are hearing this. Buffalo is favorite. You gonna after what we just did to Philadelphia, you really gonna make us the underdog? So I think the Cowboys players are gonna definitely play up to their potential in this game. I'll be really worried if I was Buffalo. Again, I wouldn't say it's a must-win game, but if you lose this game, you better hope Miami loses to the Jets, because if you lose this game and the Miami takes care of business, now you're 2 games behind with 3 games to go. Now you got to count that the Dolphins lose their next 2 games. You know what I mean? Like Dallas and Baltimore back to back. So, but I'm gonna pick the Cowboys in this game, but I'm also picking the Jets over the Dolphins. I think both teams are going to fall flat. Buffalo's gonna have a good game, but I just can't trust Buffalo right now, bro. After everything I've seen this season, yeah, they squeaked it out against Kansas City, but let's be honest. If Tony didn't line up off sides, you guys would have had another meme, and it would have been the Music City Miracle anniversary, and rest in peace, Steve Wycheck. Like to happen again, bro. Like you can't make this shit up. If it wasn't for Tony lining off offside, you lose the game. And you can say, well, Josh Allen would have had a minute 30 left to go down the field. But it's I can't. I don't know if I could trust that. You guys, your offense was getting stymied in that second half after you went up 14-0. So I'm picking Dallas, bro. I'm sorry to tell you, Bills fans, man, y'all are gonna be in for a rude awakening if y'all think this greatest story ever told is gonna be easy. I never said it's not true, that it can't be true, but it ain't gonna be easy, bro. Y'all ain't just gonna beat Dallas like you think you're gonna do.
Mm-hmm. All right. I got an update on some merch sales.
Oh.
So the next person, wait, let me double check I get this right. All right. Guess which graphic tee's next, folks?
Garrett Wilson. How about that?
South Gardner. Because Jets fans know what's good, bro. Louis, that's the second graphic tee he purchased. He already got a Garrett Wilson one earlier in the day when we first announced it. And he was at the AFC East Roundtable event for week 1. He also has a Josh Allen is trash sweatshirt. So shout out to you. But the merch that just sold most recently, finally, TD, we got a Tyreek Hill one sold. So congratulations.
Ain't buying no 2 after Monday, bro.
No,
they said, bro, we know who the MVP is, bro.
Texas Fins.
Salute to you, Texas Fins.
Shirt. So shout out to you, man. We appreciate the support.
Tua stock is
Thanks for representing, bro.
Horrible right now, bro.
It's down.
So we got 11 Jets shirts sold, like 6 Bills shirts sold, and 1 Dolphins. Damn, I honestly thought this was more of a Dolphin-centric channel, but I guess I was wrong.
And after Monday, we lost 15 of them already, bro. Imagine if they lose to the Jets, bro. We might go back to 11,000 subs.
I can't even see how many people are watching
man.
this moment.
Hmm?
How many people live do we got watching? I can't
870.
6.
Oh,
Yeah.
How many likes we got?
We are currently cooking at 463 likes.
All right, folks.
No,
We have to
never mind.
get to
498. 498. 498.
498,
500.
750. Hit that like button, everybody.
Well, hey, ladies and gentlemen, we certainly have a great week 15 to look forward to. And don't worry, your favorite segment of the Patreon are coming in shortly. However, we do need to shout out yet another proud sponsor of the AFC East Roundtable. All right, we're going to go ahead and get these guys in here. And then we're also going to share this bad boy. Yo, Richie, just look at my producing skills, baby.
Yo, this is the TD Fins code. Don't use TD Fins. Use AFCs.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
get this coat. TD.
Oh, I logged in first. Yeah, all my stuff loaded.
Hey, Dan, all right, I'm going to test your code skills.
Yeah.
You're going to have to copy the link from the description, put that link in the chat, and pin that John at the top of the chat so they can get cooking up.
All right.
Until he does that.
And use code AFC East for $100, not TD Fins.
you take that off, man.
Get up to $100 deposit match, ladies and gentlemen. Signing up to Sleeper. Use code AFC East. All right. We're going to put a pick in. Hopefully we can hit one this time. Let's do it. Look at Dan wearing a suit.
Woo, look at Dan with his girl flexing on us.
Oh,
Dan, that's still the
anyway.
same girl, bro. You got a new girlfriend already?
No, dude, same one.
Okay, just checking. We know how you
Here we
do
go.
it.
Dan's a player out here. He's loyal. You're loyal to your bill, loyal to your girl. We love it.
Yeah, like, be quiet, man.
All right, y'all. No, all right. So several games for us to be looking at, and we're going to cook up one of the best parlays I think we've ever seen. All right, so we're going to take two from each. Tyson, all right, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. What do you think, man? We have some Travis Kelce action over here.
Yeah,
out to
Kelsey's
UCF
going to have a
Jaguar in the
bounce back
chat.
game.
So
I hope
over
he does.
62.5.
Much
Or
as
an
it
anytime
pains me, I
touchdown.
think Kelsey's Taylor Swift's going to be in the house, so he's definitely going to get a touchdown in this game. Our defense is good, but we've been playing some bums lately. So I think Kansas City is really, really angry. They're going to punch us in the mouth, and they're going to punch us early, bro. I would definitely take the over on a lot of this Chiefs stuff. Mahomes definitely over on touchdowns too.
And Mahomes over in touchdowns. We can't do that, but we can do yards over 247.5. Yeah. Okay.
Most
Got
definitely.
it. Okay, we got two right here. All right, Dallas and Buffalo. Hey, listen, you know what? I hate to say this for my boy, but I got to go with the Josh Allen interception. I got to go. Listen, I just got to go with it. I do.
Yeah, y'all season over.
Dan,
It's a wrap.
I gotta see these Zach Wilson lines, man. Give it to me. I'm starving.
And then afterwards, I think that I can go on ahead and I will say, give me. Okay. I am going to take a Stephon Diggs touchdown, though. He's due. For the past couple of weeks. Oh, he's been struggling, but he's coming back. He's coming back the way that we need to. And then now we need to find some other. Oh, where's the Dolphins game? Okay, looks like the Dolphins game might not be available as of now.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, anytime you play the Jets, they don't put it up.
They just don't put anything up. So we can.
Ouch.
So
It'll be up tomorrow, bro.
Damn it, man. I wanted to see those lines.
So I do like the receptions for James Cook. I really think that we're going to have to utilize him in the backfield in this situation. A Josh Allen interception, a Stephon Diggs touchdown, and then I think I could probably go with Dak. Should I take the under on this since it's going to be raining at 280? I think the under makes sense. It doesn't really look like he's been doing a lot. I think I'll take the under on Dak for for passing yards on that because of the weather conditions and everything along those lines. And then let's Okay, this is 41-time odds right here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, scroll on down. $10 is going to get you $409 as a total payout. See that? I'm going to go on ahead and put $5 down on this just to win 204. Bang, bang. Here we go. That's how you do it, guys. That is Sleeper. Highly recommend that you check that out. A great way to support.
Only a minimum deposit of $10 to get into
Minimum
the games.
deposit of $10. That's literally all you need, ladies and gentlemen. All you need. All right, guys, this is what I'm going to do. Hey, so TD, you mind going on ahead and just reading through the super chats while I get situated with our Patreon members? Start letting those.
Yeah, sure. Where do you know where we left off?
Yeah, we left off here. I'll go on ahead and just get it ready for you.
Feels so good to not produce a show. Sit back, let the two boys go through it.
I feel like I'm doing all right.
I was about to say you guys are killing it. I'm just saying it feels good to like not having to have to do it.
All right, TD, this is where it starts.
All right.
I think we can officially do this from now on. You two take over.
Nope.
That's perfect.
Nope, no, man.
All right, hold on. Give me a second there. I'm finding that spot. Here we go. Okay, I got it. December is such a glorious month. Yes, it is. We're finally going to get over the hump with it. All right. Hood Night 19. Oh, he got my picture hiding behind the chair. Boy. Went to the game Monday night. The stadium was packed. Just because we don't organize like a terrorist group. Wow. Like Bills don't mean the stadium isn't packed. Bills preying on our downfall. Fins up. You know it, Craig. They nervous too. They hoping we lose, but they know we're gonna beat the Jets at the end of the day. Making Waves said, where are all the haters when we winning? Shaking my head. Exactly. We're 9-4. We're still good, but they show up every time we lose, like we do it all the time or something. He's a bum when he plays like a bum. Well, no argue with that. Chidi, bring your chair to hide behind. Whatever, man. Chidi, I saw you crying on Monday. You needed it, your wife to comfort you, a Cowboy fan. LOL. Your one-dimensional scheme, which is predicated solely on Tyreek's ability to get open, is over. The Jets will win. Y'all help me out with LFG. Let's
fucking go.
It said effing Richie. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Richie, if the Jets win, TD Fins are losing out. Yeah. I believe that. If the Jets beat us, then we're dead. That ain't happening though. It's not happening.
Yeah, baby.
TD, stop fronting. We all seen your 2 late night the Dolphins are in trouble videos. You know we taking the division. Just pray you make the dance. First of all, I don't worry about y'all because you haven't yet. You're still behind. Y'all the one got more work to do than us. Man, y'all act like y'all front running or something.
TD, why are you crying?
When nobody was crying, they talking crazy. All right, y'all some haters. Anyway. Let's be real, TD. Without a good O-line, without Tyreek, he's averaging his average. He's average. Oh, talk about Tua. Let's go, Jets. We winning Sunday. Also, I don't see the Dolphins winning the last 4. Time always tells, T. Rivera. Merry Christmas, AFC East. All Finn, Pats, and Jets fans included. The division wouldn't be as entertaining with any other teams. Love this show. Let's go Buffalo. Salute to you, man. Thanks, Charles.
Thank you, Charles. That's a big dono. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Happy holidays to you as well.
Big time.
Bills win AFC East week 18. Go Bills. That would be insane. That would be insane. For real. I just got a Garrett shirt.
Let's
Sean,
go, Sean.
salute to you, man.
Appreciate you, Sean. Zach Wilson is on the way after we blow out the Dolphins.
We need a Zach T.
He's the one
I'm a
that wants
truther.
Zach
Zach is him.
Yeah, Sean's been a
Crazy.
consistent Zach truther, and he admits it.
Felt bad for TD watching him live Monday night. Keep your head up. If Bills win the division, you may still make the playoffs. Head up, soldier. It ain't happening, man. We're going to make the playoffs, and they're not even going to make it. So we get it.
TD, yesterday, me and my dad were talking about the Dolphins games we didn't get to watch together. And the first thing he says, is there a clip of TD's reaction? First thing he asks, he's like, can you show me what TD was, what his reaction was to that whole game? Twitter. That's exactly what I did. I'm like, yup, Dad, master at work, clip the whole thing for you.
He's like,
he couldn't.
Bro, why are you obsessed with going to me?
Bro, I had to, bro. I had to be like, what is TD up to, man? And not only that, the video that's going to drop, I got Dudley Do-Wrong's reaction to. His reaction is actually even worse.
Dude, it's hilarious.
I've never seen Dudley Do-Wrong so upset. And he defended Tua
immediately with the offensive line excuse.
Yo, he didn't know what to do. He said, I'm blocking anybody that's going to criticize Tua. What?
All right. Hey, guys, without further ado, we are welcoming in our first Patreon contributor, Making Waves. Hey, man.
Making Waves.
What's up?
What's up, guys? Hold on, Blake. Say hi.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up,
you ready to be the number 1 seed in the AFC?
Yeah, he's a hater. All right, let me go outside and I'll talk with you guys real quick.
Ravens fan, isn't he, Making Waves, your son?
Yeah, he is.
Number 1 seed in the AFC.
Yeah, I know. That's not very fantastic.
He's grounded now, right?
The next 2 weeks. Actually, until February. Anyway, real quick, just to talk real quick. PD, I gotta talk to you, man.
Uh-oh.
It's a lot of negative energy coming from you.
Well, you gotta list what the negative energy is. Let's talk about it.
I think Connor Williams is a lot more important than you're talking about.
Yeah, but we've played without him before. At the end of the day, we can figure it out. He's been important, but we've won some games without him.
We have, but how many times has Leon Eichenberg messed up?
Several times, but Connor messes up too, and that's what we
not
overlook.
As much.
He doesn't mess up as much, and he's a better player than Liam Eichenberg. The point I was making is Hunt being missing is more important than Connor because
and I agree, but we need to get a real center. We can't just keep plugging and playing.
Yeah, but there ain't nothing you can do about that. I know we got Matt Skura, but we already know what time it is with that. I mean, I can't cry over what we can't control. We're not gonna get a better center.
I think there's some better centers off of the freaking couch that we can get that might be the next Joe Flacco.
No, those guys, they come in, you hopefully get a few good snaps from them, but they're not going to be able to hold it down long term through against great teams for the rest of the season into the playoffs. They're just bodies. When we sign Skura, he's a body to back up Eichenberg. You'll see Eichenberg will be the starter playing, and Skura just in case of an emergency situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no faith in Eichenberg. I feel like every time Eichenberg plays, I feel like we can lose.
Absolutely.
And the other thing, sorry?
No, I say absolutely. You're right.
And then the other thing I want to talk about is the time to throw. Mm-hmm. He had a very extensive time to throw because he was under pressure. Time to throw is not necessarily the time that you have between the offensive line and you get in pressure. It's the time that you have from when you snap the ball to when you release the ball. And he wasn't releasing the ball because he was running for his life.
Tua wasn't running for his life much because most of the sacks were almost immediate. He slipped, they touched him. He pressure coming, he steps up, he's tackled. It's not like this isn't a case where Tua's running around. I evaded him. Now let me run over here. Then I got sacked. No, these sacks were instant. These sacks were him slipping and being touched.
But what I'm saying it wasn't just on Tua.
No, we know that
it was a team fail.
We know that the game wasn't just on Tua, but there were plays to be made that he didn't
make.
You got to step up and make them.
But we can even talk about Achane, who ran for the out of bounds instead of getting the first down.
Okay, we want to talk about a rookie. Now his knee was actually down. We saw the replay.
Oh, it was.
We're gonna put it on the rookie. Okay.
I'm not putting it in the rookie. I'm just saying that if he would have ran straight, we would have got it.
Well, maybe if Tua would have led the pass instead of floating it up in the flat, -6 yards, he might have gotten it. Nobody also wants to talk about the fact A-Chain had to turn around, go backwards, and go up to catch it, and then try to run. That should have been already led moving forward. We would have had the first, and we wouldn't have to worry about going out of bounds. That would have been a first down.
All right. All I'm saying is that it was a team effort to mess that game up when we were ahead by 14.
Yeah, but when we win games like that, who gets the credit? You
That's true.
You got to get the
That's
criticism
true.
from it.
And my big concern also is that I don't understand why Waddle is being ignored.
Is he being ignored?
Yeah.
Well,
he's not Tariq. He's not.
Who's the primary first read?
Tariq, but when he's out, who is it?
Didn't Waddle get hurt earlier in that game? Maybe he wasn't just. Maybe he was.
No.
Yeah, in the chest, but he was fine after.
He's fine.
Yeah, he was fine.
But they played great defense on Waddle and Tyreek. That's what people need to understand. Tyreek came in and got a few catches, but they played great defense on both of them. They were bottling Waddle up. You need to go.
Yeah, they were
go watch the
both.
film. Watch the plays where we're going to Waddle first. Oh, he's not open.
Yeah, he pumped it.
So, listen, the Miami Dolphins is all about when the first read ain't there, what are you going to do? That's all.
And that's what I'm saying, is that for the next games coming up, if Tariq is hurt, we need to focus on what we have available and not trying to make big plays. At a certain point, I don't care if we're dinking and dunking. Sorry, my son's he's like poking out the door. I don't care if we're dinking and dunking as long as we're getting first downs. We don't need bomb as long as we get the first down.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
All right, fellas. I'll see you.
All right. Love, bro.
Later, bro.
You guys have a good day.
You too.
The absolute man. And now we have Andy. That bum is a bum. Hey, bud.
That bum is a bum.
Right?
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
What up,
man?
Andy?
Yo,
I have to say, I was having a pretty shit day there on Monday, and watching TD's reaction to the Dolphins meltdown just made my night. I haven't slept that good in a while.
Me too, man.
I fell asleep while listening to TD's post game.
It was still 3 a.m.
I had TD on the big screen too, bro. I'm like, I'm gonna put TD on the big screen. Just
I did too. Had him on my 55-inch in the living room.
Just watching him.
We got the tears in high quality.
Yes, of course. I mean, I warned you. Winter was coming, TD. I warned you all the way back when.
One game.
September, bro.
One game. That's
one game.
And then tomorrow it's going to be, it was just 2 games. And then it was just 3 games. Guys, it's just 4 games. Don't worry, guys. We're going to beat the Bills and make the playoffs. And then what's going to happen? Y'all go ahead and just save McDermott's job.
Save McDermott.
Because now we're going to win another goddamn division.
You lost your mind. Bills ain't win no division.
We're going to see.
Oh.
Because Daddy's coming home, TD.
Daddy's coming home, baby. He's coming home.
God, that game's gonna be so crazy if that actually happens.
Richie, I will see you on Monday if you beat Miami. Guarantee. We gonna celebrate.
Oh yeah, Andy. You know it. Me and you together.
Andy, go Bills, man. We're gonna kick the Cowboys' ass and the Dolphins will fall, my friend. It's a wonderful December.
Go, Andy.
It's always a wonderful December. It's a great month.
December has become a great month in these last few years.
I love Andy, man.
Dan, did you respond to King Lowski's DM on Patreon?
Oh, sure did. He's
I
saving.
just want to make sure that King Lowski's.
Oh yeah, he's in the waiting room.
Cool.
Jimmy Casket. What up?
I see that
What
fraud.
a win by the New York Jets. And
Yeah,
what a
no.
game by Zach Wilson, man. Well,
Zach
I've been
Wilson.
saying for the last month that Zach Wilson was getting scapegoated, bro. But that dude,
You have been
Boyle was
consistent
trash.
with
I
that,
knew
Jimmy.
it. I knew he
Exactly.
wouldn't change shit. Zach Wilson comes in and lights it up. We should have had him in the Dolphins game. What the fuck is this bullshit? But you know what? We have him in week 15. Look, I know last week I was on the tank train, but that was because I thought it was the only way. We're not going to win a single game. But Zach Wilson has brought me life. I mean, bro. Because, bro, the Miami Dolphins here, they choked against the Titans, bro. Like, TD's reaction, bro, that literally was like that literally, like, sang me to bed, bro. Like, I was like, that was like that was amazing, bro. I don't even have words to describe it. Like, that was just amazing. That gave me so much pleasure, bro. And, like, bro, and you know what? I think no one really picked on the upset for the Titans.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, no. My bad. No, I didn't.
Yeah, but I think it's because we forgot what month it was. So, Tyson, what month is it?
It's December.
It's December. It's December, bro.
It's all coming true, and TD can't believe it.
The collapse is here. Let's go. Let's keep this train going. And as a Zach Truther, bro, I believe my MILF Hunter will kick the shit out of these fish, bro. Come on. Well, the Titans, they gave the torch to us. We're going to give it to the Ravens. We're going to give it to the Cowboys. We're going to give it to the Bills, bro. Let's go. Dolphins, this is going to be the ultimate collapse. Y'all were saying that y'all already had the division on lockdown. Y'all were saying that you were going to be the number one seed, talking about all this shit. Now you might not even win the division. You might not even make the playoffs. The Bills are going to make the playoffs, bro. And honestly, I'm rooting for the Bills to make the playoffs. So you better win the division, man. You better win the division, Dan. Because it's going to be amazing. This Dolphins collapse is going to be historic. 24 years, no playoff wins. That's amazing. We're going to keep this. We're going to keep it counting. It's going to be, so what, we're at 7,000 days? It's going to be 8,000. It's going to be 9,000. It's going to be 10,000, bro. Let's keep this bitch going, bro. Let's go. Bro, I can't wait for Sunday, man. Zach Wilson's going to light the fuck up, bro. Bro, I never imagined the Dolphins season will end like this. I thought they might actually win a playoff game, but it's over. It's fucking over. The Bills are going to win the division. You might not even make the playoffs, bro. Bro, oh my God, TD, bro, you're so fucked, man. But on a real note, Dan Mitchell, where's my Diggs fantasy points at? Where's that at, bro?
Dude, you know what, man? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I sincerely hope
I need him this week, bro. I need him this week.
Dude.
I need him this week. Last week I was lucky with the bye, but I need him this week, bro.
He's making a statement this week, my friend.
I already have to deal with Justin Herbert missing the season and me having to put Joe Flacco in. So he better light it up. And so everyone balling out this week. All right?
All right. Jimmy Cask, man, we appreciate you.
Dan Mitchell, let's celebrate the win together on Monday, bro. Let's celebrate it.
Oh, dude, you and I, certainly, man. Finally joining sides, man. It took long enough. You're the man, bro. See you soon.
Not joining your side. It's only temporary because we all hate the Dolphins.
You're right.
It's a common enemy.
We'll see you soon.
TD thinking he's gonna win the number one seed and shit. You're not winning shit, bro. You're not getting no number one seed. Try to focus on the 7th seed, but my boy. Bill's gonna win the division. Let's go.
Ooh, being humble.
Go Bills. Go Bills. What up, man?
Hey, what's up?
How's the good life, bro?
Say what?
How's the good life, man?
Good life is wonderful, man. It's been a great weekend, right?
It's been the best weekend in history, I think.
Bills take care of the Chiefs, and then the Dolphins have that epic meltdown because it is, in fact, December. And just so you know, everybody, it's not just about the Dolphins' collapses. It's also about the Bills' December dominance. December dominance by the Bills. 2020 won the last 6 games. 2021 won the last 4 games. 2022 won the last 7 games. And this year, the last 5. Let's go. It's over. Put a condom on it, wrap it up. We go into the playoffs. It is what it is. We win the division. We gonna get a home game. The Dolphins might still, make the playoffs. And then if they're the 7th seed, they're gonna see us maybe. So we gonna see what happens. We'll let you in and we'll put you out again, just like we did last year. So yeah, I'm not really concerned about the Dolphins. They can't beat a winning team, and now they can't even beat losing teams. So all bets are off for them. And the Bills are now beating winning teams. So call me what you want, but don't call me broke.
History is a vicious circle.
It's just a trend, you know. It's like I don't like using the past for anything, but when something happens over and over and over and over, it's like, look, like this is just who you are. You're a December choke artist. It is, man. Until we win a Super Bowl, we're playoff choke artists. So it is what it is. We'll get there when we cross that bridge. But sorry. And just so you know, those TD tears were like melatonin last night.
Izzy, you're the man, bro. We love you, dude. Go
Appreciate
Bills.
you.
We're gonna kick the Cowboys'
Go
ass.
Bills.
Today,
Slept like a baby. Let's go.
See you, brother. Peace.
I'm really
Hold
upset.
on. Let me just say this though. We lose one game, and it sends a ripple effect through our entire division. Like, do y'all realize our loss got y'all like, oh, we have a chance now? Do you know how pathetic that is? How pathetic it is that now y'all all happy and celebrating our loss, and you think you have a chance. You know how pathetic it is.
I know we ain't got. I never said the Patriots got a chance. Bro.
They know who I'm talking to. These people in the chat. These Patreon, they know who I'm talking to. You know how pathetic it is. Oh yeah, Dolphins. We still own the division. It was one game. We will get right back to dominance this week. And y'all all gonna be mad next year. Some of you ain't even gonna show up next week. Oh, it was good while it lasted. We thought we had a chance. It's gonna be over. Y'all stop. I'll lick my wounds right now and take it from y'all. I get it. It was embarrassing. But y'all,
767 and
Dude,
0
I'm so mad at myself
until you-
because I missed the live TD tears. Like I didn't get to tell you guys it at the top of the show, but I turned the game off when Will Levis had the fumble to Derrick Henry on the pitch. I went to the Tommy DeVito show. I saw the Giants win. I had a long day Monday, so I thought the Dolphins won that game. I'm going to sleep thinking like, wow, the Titans just handed them that win. They just collapsed. The punt muff, that pitch. I'm like, damn, the Dolphins escaping that way with a win. I went to sleep thinking the Dolphins won. When I woke up, I looked at Twitter. The first thing I see is Nikki Smokes crying on my feed. And I'm like, why is he crying? Is this at like halftime or something? And then I scroll down more and I see something on TD and I'm like, what did I miss? And I go to check the score and I see 28-27. I couldn't believe it. I literally was like, didn't understand what I missed. And then I had to rewatch the entire last 5 minutes from the start to rewatch it all. But I didn't get to see it live. And that was a weird moment for me waking up to that news.
It was absolutely beautiful. LaSalle.
Hey. How you guys doing?
How you doing, man?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I slept like a baby on Monday. I slept like a baby. I literally watched the whole entire thing of his live stream. And when they gave up, I saw it first. I saw Tua get sacked. And I went all the way over just to see his face. The guy, I know the face would be hilarious. I knew the face would be hilarious. Also, TD, the reason why we're going at this whole loss is because that game is the triumphant of what December is going to be. You guys are going to people are going to try to hand you games, and you're just going to fumble it, just like this game, just like that game, because like Dr. Work said, 0 to 767. No other team has done what you just did. No other team, not even the Falcons, and they had 28-3. They had 28-3.
There's a logo. If you go on our community tab, there's a there's a meme of the Falcons logo spliced with the Dolphins logo.
Yeah, that was funny. I love that. And I'm watching this other YouTuber. His name is Urinating Tree. And what he said at the end of what he was talking about that game was hilarious. He said, and people don't call them frauds. They're not even worth being called fraud. They're so bad they're not worth it. And I'm like, yes, you guys are not worth it to be called frauds. You guys are not worth it. You're not worth it to be called frauds because at the end of the day, the Dolphins are going to Dolphin. I've been saying this. You're saying that you've been that everyone's been saying this. Everyone's just saying this now. No, we have been saying this for weeks. For weeks. And we see this loss, we're like, winter's coming. Winter is coming. Winter is coming. We are loving this because you guys were on your high horse the whole entire time, and we're just sitting here just like, don't worry, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Just wait. And then we see this, and we're like, here it comes. Here it comes. Because the Titans and the Jets are literally the exact same team. They're literally the exact same. With a great defense, and if the offense just helps out just a little bit, they'll win. They'll win games. And the offense in the Titans have been pretty bad the past couple of weeks. So and then we see our Jets beating a Texan team 30-6. Yeah, we're confident. Because we're thinking, oh, our offense is starting to get a little bit better. All we need them to do now is just score a touchdown. The defense will do the rest. You guys will give up a pick six. You guys will give up all the turnovers because now Tyreek Hill, your savior, now he's injured. I don't wish injury on nobody, but he's now injured with an ankle. And ankle hurts your mobility like hell. So even if he does play, he's not going to be the same. So you love the December, boys. You guys love the December. This is going to be 1994 all over again. 7-3 to 9-7 in a couple of weeks, and it was all in December. You got to go do that all over again. All over again, man. And it's going to be a sight to see. Because you're going to go right here, and you're going to be pouting. You're going to be pouting the whole entire off season. Oh, why no one give us credit? No one's looking at us, yada yada yada, because we're all like, because you're just the Dolphins. You're just the Dolphins. We're not going to take you serious. You're just the Dolphins. Just like you're going to say we're the Jets, you're just the Dolphins. You guys are always going to fail at the worst time. So,
Jay Lascelles, man, we appreciate you, brother.
Good luck, TD. You're going to need
it. Lascelles. Oh, man. All right. Well, hey, you know what? Just when you thought that, you know what? Like, I've been being cooked all stream.
Uh-oh. I'm taking it like a man. I ain't complaining. Oh, this bum.
What's up, man?
Oh, God. AFC East Roundtable, gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
We're doing great, man. How you doing?
Hello, kid.
Yeah.
Now that we got the pleasantries out the way.
Stevie, enough. Man, King
so now, okay, I know it's cool. It's cool. He want to play. It's cool. We all know the man is emotional right now. So let us give him time to get all his little kitty emotions out.
Let me say something. You
shut your damn mouth. You shut your
let me say something.
Because at the end of the day, you sat up there with that Party City crown on. You sat up there with them Party City ass props. You sat up there and tried to gloat about your fraud ass team, knowing that in December we told you back in September this shit was coming. We told your ass, son, and you gonna sit here and listen to this shit because you already know that you gonna get your ass whooped someday. That you can best believe it.
Stop, bro.
And second, you already knew that
let me say something, man.
Your offensive line is done. You think you gotta worry about Lester Cotton? Your whole offensive line is cottonelle tissue. You better get that bullshit out of here. You gonna me all game. You can best believe that, my boy. Hey, now you won't notice. You won't notice all you fried ass fish fans. All you fried ass fish fans
I'm
out
trying
there.
to be like nice,
Hey, you need to get your wife in the room to get you some more comedy, son, because you're going to need it. Hey, let me ask you a question. Are you going to be in Miami? Are you going to be at the Hard Rock Cafe?
You going to let me answer? Listen, I want to say something, okay? Let's get something straight, Lowski. It is so fraudulent of you. When we beat y'all on Black Friday, you wanted to show up with late attendance. The very next week when we won our game and y'all frauded out it again, you want to act like I'm at work, I can't get on. Now all of a sudden you want to be front row and center, backstage smiling like, yeah, you a fraud just like them Jets. You know good and well y'all don't have a shot of beating us. You know good and well y'all don't have a shot of beating us on Sunday. No, look at you. Ain't nobody emotional. At the end of the day, y'all trash. Your team is trash. Your team is trash. Your team been trash. Y'all ain't got a shot of beating us. Y'all better put your third and fourth back up in. Aaron Rodgers ain't here to save you. Aaron Rodgers ain't here to save you, bro. Aaron Rodgers is not here to save you. At the end of the day, y'all season is over. All you doing is getting mad. I ain't arguing with you. I'll see you next Wednesday.
I know. I see you Sunday. I'll see you Sunday.
I'll see you next Wednesday.
Sunday.
Why you traveling to take an L? Why you traveling to take an L? Why you traveling to hold an L? You sometimes you show up.
Yes. We pull up, son.
Get out of here, man. He gonna show up now. He want to show up talking noise. He know good and well the Jets ain't got a shot beating us. I'm sick of him talking noise. Why do we even let him talk noise? He wrong every single time.
That's
he wrong every time.
What are you talking about?
Man, where was he when he got toasted on Black Friday?
You
I gotta work.
The preview. You ran away from him. Remember?
Ain't nobody run from no Lowski, man.
All right. Well,
bro, you did. He was here waiting for you, and you weren't here for the call-in segment right before the Black Friday game.
Richie, you got to stop lying to these Jets fans and tell them the truth. Y'all finna take an L, bro. I don't even know why this is debated.
All I know
you
is
think you're scoring 40 on us. That makes
if
me
the
mad.
Dolphins do beat the Jets, Lowski, you have to show up.
He ain't gonna show up. He ain't gonna show up.
And TD, if the
he gonna say I'm
the
at work.
Jets win, you gonna be in for
We're
it.
not going down that road. It ain't happening. It's not even possible.
TD knows deep down it's so possible, bro.
Bro, it's not possible. Y'all offense cannot move the ball against us.
30 points. You haven't seen our offense in this way yet. So how do you know that?
Stop, Richie.
What?
Y'all done showed enough teams y'all can't score. Field goals at best. Y'all had that
in one half.
Bro, you had that broke clock performance twice a day. And that's the Texans who's been fluky lately. You know, they quarterback hobbling. Y'all beat a concussed wobbling quarterback, man.
Yeah, with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, bro. Give me a freaking break with that.
Bro,
nonsense. Here you go. You always like spew these literal fake narratives.
Y'all
and then all you Dolphins fans
Richie.
hold on to it and push these false ass fake news. You're literally becoming like a fake news artist.
Sunday, Richie, 40.
That's my
4
biggest
touchdowns by Tua.
False ass narratives. At least speak facts.
TD, I heard somebody in the comment section say you're the Alex Jones of the Dolphins.
Hey, does Alex Jones be right?
That is true. He do be right. I mean,
I don't know.
Be right sometimes.
I mean, he do be right, bro.
There you have
it. Touche. All right, guys, let's go ahead and run through these super chats, and then we'll go around and we'll figure out what's going on with the rest of the individuals and some more exciting things about the AFC's Roundtable and Roundtable Sports. Charles saying, Merry Christmas, AFC East. And so all Finn, Pats, and Jets fans included, this division wouldn't be as entertaining with any other teams. Love this show. Charles, thank you so much.
We already read that one. Thank you again, Charles.
You are the absolute man. Bills win AFC East Week 18.
Dan, you're rereading a lot of them that we read.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Should...
Dolphins fans getting cooked by this guy. Oh. Chris just came in. This show cannot end without showing Ramsey's pathetic attempt at tackling Will Levis. That was pretty funny. And you know what? We got to give the people what they want.
Stop, Dan. He caught him off guard. A little lucky truck. Ramsey was okay. I don't want to hit the quarterback late. Oh, you're gonna run into me anyway, man? Come on, man. Y'all over exaggerating. Man, I didn't know it was that bad. Oh, pause.
My God. TD is a runner. He's a track star. Keglowski.
Sauce Gardner would never.
Jetted out is saying use code for TD. Fraudulized or bone.
Bummified. All right, man. I'm done with that.
All right, guys. So, gents, what is going on with the channels this week? TD, talk.
No, man, just I'll probably, we got the Miami Dolphins Roundtable on Friday evening, so y'all come check that out. We're gonna be talking about, what we're gonna do, what we're going to do, not what we need to do, what we're going to do. Get back on track after the little loss that everybody's taking this year. It happens. We're still one of the Super Bowl favorites at the end of the day, so keep your eyes on the prize. We know our weaknesses. We could talk about them, but at the end of the day, we're gonna believe that we're gonna fix them. So y'all come check us out. Also, I'll probably do a live or two on my channel going over some of the most recent things. We're keeping an eye on the injury report because that's everything for us right now. Outside of that, fins up, no matter what. And love you fellas, man.
Hell yeah. And guys, by the way, just like TD mentioned, there is a Dolphins roundtable that's going on tomorrow night. A Bills roundtable is in the works, just trying to go ahead and solidify that final fourth guest. It will be coming, I assure you that. And also our game show called 3 and Out on Roundtable Sports. Monday. That is our main channel that covers the entire NFL. We had our first episode, and we're making some very interesting tweaks that is going to make the show even better. If you haven't checked it out, please tune in. It's every single Monday at 7:30. No. It's 7 p.m. EST. Make it work. Richie, what's going on with you, brother?
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to everybody tuning in. Sorry I wasn't able to be here from the start. Thank you guys for holding it down. Just want to say thank you to you three fellas. I saw the love you guys showed me. Tyson, appreciate the kind of words. Really meant a lot to me. And I don't know what to expect on my channel this week. Just some personal stuff going on. And if you're interested to know what it is, it's on my personal in social media. I don't really want to bring it up here, but I love you guys. We'll see what goes on with this Jets Dolphins game. Had to be with the family for the night, but luckily was able to come on my phone for the night and talk some trash to take my mind off of things and kind of laugh a little bit. So you saw different energy for me tonight, a little bit to smile and get through some things because life gets in the way at times, but it's all love in the chat. Thank you guys for all the support and hit that thumbs up button. I don't know what to expect from my channel this weekend, especially when it comes to covering the game because some things are coming up, but we shall see. The Jets roundtable might be live tomorrow. I don't even know if that's happening yet because, again, there's something happened, so there's a lot of things I need to figure out. But I'll keep you guys in tune. You guys can follow me on social media, and I'll keep you guys updated. So love you all, and appreciate all the support.
We love you, Richie. Tyson.
Yeah, so everybody's wondering where the video is. Listen, I'm working on it, right? I've just been super busy, honestly, but I will definitely get that video up before the weekend. I promise you guys I will get that video up. I just have to do some finishing touches on it. Greatness takes time. I'm usually pretty fast with it, but I just got a busy schedule. So, but I will definitely get that video up for you guys so you guys can laugh at TD and Dudley. As far as that, not much really going on. Just honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm ready for the season to be over with, bro. I just people think I'm happy for the tank and stuff like that, bro. But deep down, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is miserable. It's actually been actually really really miserable. I thought it would be kind of fun just to see we tanking how fun it would be, bro. This shit ain't fun, bro. I promise you this. If we suck again next season, I don't care, bro. I'm not ever rooting for my team to lose again, bro. Ever. I just can't do it. Rooting for your own team to lose is actually some really loser type of shit. But it had to be done this year, bro. I have to. I have to get this team back to where it is, bro. And for us to get back to where I think it needs to be, we need a superstar elite quarterback, and you can't win a Super Bowl without a quarterback. It just can't be done, bro. This isn't like the 2002 Ravens or the Buccaneers with Trent Dilfer. It's a different era. It's a different breed of quarterbacks out here, man. We need to get one of those. We need to get a face of the franchise. So that's where I'm at. That's all I got to say.
And guys, from my perspective, damn, just be streaming daily, by the way. You can always go to Dan Mitchell's channel if you want to come and troll, but I do have a troll toll, just meaning that you just need to go in and smash that like button for me, baby. That's the only thing that I require. But yeah, most definitely. I stream every single day. And then obviously my live game reaction. So I know a lot of you guys are probably going to want to watch me sweat out this Cowboys game. I certainly will be. But it is what it is. Go Bills. It's going to be, like I said, the greatest story ever told is being written as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. And we will see you Monday night. Deuces.
Peace. Love you all.
Love y'all.